We're gonna wait for 2 minutes until somebody drops a 1 in the chat to confirm that the sound is good, that the video is good. And then I'm gonna explain to you guys why the fuck we're looking at Nicki Minaj on the screen right now. As you can see, guys, today is a very important day. And it's not important because we got 100,000 subscribers. It's important for another reason. We got ones in the chat. Most people are fucking retarded. There's something that I learned from my brother. My older brother taught me something. You know, I used to be a very cheerful, positive guy. And then my older brother taught me, gradually, like through being exposed to my older brother day to day, I've started to develop more, I started to gradually develop the view, which I've always had, but it got out of control, that most people are just fucking retarded. I'm sorry, but I don't know how else to put it. And this is something that I've realized is definitely true, okay? And my brother told me yesterday, Arya, they're punking you. Over here on YouTube, you're being too nice to these people on YouTube. They're punking you. You gotta start arguing with these people more. And I'm over here thinking, I'm trying to be a good Christian. Okay, you guys know I wear a cross around my neck. You guys know that I'm a Christian. I'm trying to be a good Christian. I'm trying to treat people the way I want to be treated. I'm trying to be, I don't like being insulted, so I don't like insulting other people. But then, somebody told me, I don't remember where I heard this. Somebody told me that if something bad is happening, if something is happening and you refuse to do something about it, even you just ignoring it is in some way supporting it. You're promoting it by just ignoring, by just pretending, by just letting it happen. Okay? So I'll give you an example. If you're walking down the street or you're on the bus and you're seeing somebody trying to assault a little girl, you see that and then you turn and you just keep walking. You are almost just as much a scumbag as the person doing it, because as you're walking down the street, you now notice that this thing is happening over there. And you had the decision, as hopefully as a grown man, most of you guys watching this are grown fucking men, hopefully you are somebody who has the ability to stop this from happening. If I see, the kind of guy who's attacking a little girl, there's no way that he's physically a match to me, okay? He's got to be a punk. So I have the choice right now, either to stop him, meaning, it's my decision now to stop this from happening or to allow it to happen. So if I allow this to happen, I'm just as much a scumbag as this person, because I basically made this thing happen. You understand what I'm telling you? So now, this is what my brother taught me. If somebody's being a fucking asshole, if somebody's acting like a scumbag, and you don't check them, you're a scumbag just as much. And I'm over here thinking, okay, well, Jesus is trying to teach us understanding and tolerance and all this, but Jesus would check a motherfucker from time to time. I don't know if you guys know that story from when Jesus walked into the Jewish temple, when they were selling animals for sacrifice and all this. It was a place of prayer for the Jews, but they turned this place into a place where they were just selling fucking animals for sacrifice. They were just profiting off of it. Nothing to do with religion anymore. Okay? So now, Jesus walks in there, he could smack a fucker in the mouth. So I think it's time that we talk about this for a second. We'll get to Nicki Minaj, we'll get to this whole thing. You guys know the name of this stream. Listen, if I name a stream anything other than modeling in Blender, nobody wants to watch it anymore. Because, okay, listen, we're not watching cartoons, we're not making cartoons anymore. Now we're here to discuss something much more important. It's 100,000 subscribers. This shit is getting serious. I don't want to talk to you guys about dumb shit. I want to talk to you guys about something that actually matters. All right, I don't care. There's not going to be a lot of people watching this stream. When I'm modeling, it's 250 fucking people. But when we're talking about something important, nobody wants to watch it. So why are we celebrating 100K? For what? For dumb shit. Look, listen, let's make an example out of this motherfucker right here. do a little case study, something that happened to me on Instagram. I covered his name, but you guys can probably find this, okay? I had a guy come up to me on Instagram. I made a post. I made a post on Instagram and I made a little video, and some dude came in there. There was this guy who was kind of like, he was latched onto my content. He was just, anything I would post, no matter what it was, he would just talk shit. I don't know why. He had nothing better to do, I guess. This guy was just talking shit, okay? And then I made a separate comment just to kind of, you know, point out, he raised an interesting point here. Because now I think he deleted his comments. I blocked the guy, but I checked from my other accounts and the comments are no longer there. Maybe he blocked me, maybe he deleted the comments, I don't know. But now, you can't see the comments anymore, but I'll tell you what he wrote. He said something like, because I posted a little animation, 3D animation on my Instagram, and he came in there and he said, oh, it's sad that 3D artists are now just making money off of social media and not from commissions anymore. He pointed out that this is a bad thing. Something bad is happening, so you can't actually make money as a 3D artist. You can only make money from doing social media. So no commissions, no more, no clients, nothing like that. That's kind of the argument that he brought up. Of course, he did this in a very insulting and disrespectful way. But anyway, I decided I'll make a case out of this, all right? And he said, and I told him, look, someone said 3D artists only earn money from social media, not commissions. And I told him, okay, well, social media is the best way to get commissions. You guys remember this fucker. And then these guys noticed that, okay, this guy's coming over here and dissing me for no reason. He's just talking shit, starting debates and all this, which is good for me because it's engagement and all this. But he deleted all the other comments, but he kept fucking talking. He kept talking. So he was over here arguing with people in my comment section, trying to talk shit to me. I had a conversation with him later on. And I tried telling him, look, man, I don't know, because I think he sent me a message or something. And then I tried to talk to him as I did, as a very reasonable and tolerating individual, as I used to be. Hopefully no longer I'm going to be that way. I was like, look, man, I don't know why you got this fucking hatred towards me. I don't know why he was dedicated to the fucking cause, to dissing me on every post that I would make. And he would come in there, just talk shit, just try to insult me, right? If he would have listen, guys, on Instagram I talk to people. If he would have reached out to me with something reasonable, he's like, hey, I don't like this. I think this you're saying this is in the wrong way. Maybe it'll be better this way. I love talking to people. I love debating stuff. If I disagree with you, Thomas Cullen and I can disagree on something. We can be polar opposites on something. This motherfucker would try to cancel me. He would try to shut me down. He wants to report me. He wants to take me off Instagram. Thomas Cullen, because he's a reasonable guy, because we're friends, because he's an intelligent, grown man, he's going to be, okay, we disagree. Let's talk about it and get to the truth. Because at the end of the day, the point is the fucking truth. But this guy was a fucking idiot. So anyway, I tried to explain that, okay, well, listen. He's telling me that 3D artists are no longer getting money as clients, or from clients, okay? They're no longer getting money from selling their services. Now they're just posting online. And the level of delusion in this statement is fascinating to me, and this is what drives me to make this type of content. It's unbelievable to me that you can be a grown-up. Listen, 2024, guys. Social media didn't show up yesterday. You understand what I'm telling you? Social media didn't pull up yesterday. This has been around for a long time. If you haven't figured out that if you're trying to sell something, social media is the best way to do that, it's probably the only way to do that if you want to be competitive, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry to tell you, there's something wrong with you. I'm not the first one to say this. I don't know what you guys have been paying attention to. I don't know what your YouTube recommended looks like. I don't know what kind of shit you people are watching. I don't mean you guys, because I know people that watch me are a little bit more intelligent than the average person wandering the internet and talking shit in the comment sections and stuff like that. But if you haven't figured out that posting stuff on social media is the best way to get business, to get clients, and it goes way beyond just fucking selling, I don't know, whatever digital products. You can actually sell services and businesses. If you haven't figured this out, you're fucking retarded. Plain and simple. Okay. Now that I got that out of my system, where's Nicki Minaj? I don't know if you guys saw the video I just posted on YouTube. 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 people subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yay, Arjun. Congratulations, you did a great fucking job. Oh my god, you did so amazing. Listen, 100,000 people, I can absolutely guarantee you, and you can see this on my channel. Out of the 100,000 people that clicked on the subscribe button, more than half of them don't even know why they did that. They forgot that I existed. They never even realized who I was or what my channel was. They literally clicked on that button just because I told them to subscribe to the channel. That's it. No other reason. You know what other creature does this type of stuff? Acts on orders without asking any questions? A dog, a sheep, a goat. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know. You gotta pay some attention to the type of shit that you're doing in your life. You're making decisions. You're exposing yourself to certain things. All right, you're choosing to support certain. You don't even know why, just because somebody told you to do it. It's fucking amazing. So, and this is why I pulled up. Okay, Nicki Minaj. We got this whore. Listen, listen. I don't like being insulted, so I don't like insulting people. But as I just told you earlier, guys, with the example of the little girl being assaulted, if you don't do something about that, if you don't call that shit out, if you don't step up, there's something wrong with you. You're a bigger asshole. This female is a whore, and she's encouraging other females to be whores. Am I crazy for saying that? Are you kidding me? Am I supposed to hold back somehow? And this is what people are supporting. They're supporting prostitution of a woman putting herself out on the internet, exposing herself, encouraging others to act like fucking animals. And this is what gets 100 million views. But when Aryan posts a video about business, trying to teach you how to improve your family's life, trying to teach you how to create an income, how to create a business, how to do something that's gonna change your life for the better and the lives of. When I post something like that, listen, man, can you imagine Aryan's video getting 100 million fucking views? But this bitch pulls out her titties, 100 million views, guys. I don't want to get views on this bitch account, but it's not that I can get her any meaningful amount of views anyway. Go search this song up. Tell me, on what planet does this song deserve 100 million fucking views? It's fucking garbage. It's not even music. You guys know what music is? This is music. You pull out an instrument. You pull out an instrument like this thing right here. That's right, I'm a fucking musician. You pull out an instrument and you use it in ways that produce notes and combinations of notes that are satisfying to the ear. And this activates something primal in us, which makes us feel good, which inspires emotions in us. That's music, okay? This shit is not music. Go check this out. Why is this the most popular music on the most popular music platforms? Are you kidding me? What planet am I living on? Am I fucking crazy? Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? And this is what people are supporting. This is what everybody else is doing. So if I sit here and tell you everybody is fucking retarded, now I'm an asshole. Well, then I'm an asshole because everybody is fucking retarded. This gets more views than intelligent stuff on the internet. Are you kidding me? I think this is just a perfect way to demonstrate to you that human beings are fucking retarded. And if you want to be a half decent human being, it's not even if you want to excel, you want to be special, you want to be exceptional. If you want to be a halfway decent human being nowadays, you got to do everything literally exactly the opposite of what other people are doing. That's it. There's no way around it. Now, we have to get that out of the way because we're talking about how to get rich as a 3D artist. You guys should have seen my video today where I roughly touched upon this topic, but in a much more mild manner. I wasn't yelling, I wasn't cussing, I wasn't wearing my fucking wife beater and shit like that. I wasn't bringing up whores. You gotta be careful on YouTube. Guys, listen, that's a good point because this is the type of shit that gets you banned on YouTube. That's nothing new. This is the type of shit that gets you demonetized. I stopped monetizing my videos. I stopped monetizing my live streams. And I still monetize my videos sometimes. But the video from today, I told them, because I showed this fucking whore as an example. I showed this whore as an example. I blurred her fucking panties, but there was a video of her twerking and shit like that. I wanted to show this as an example of this is the type of shit that people are supporting. People are fucking retarded. So if you do this type of stuff, you can't really put a lot of ads on your videos. So I pretty much let go of my fucking YouTube revenue. Fuck YouTube. Fuck their revenue. I don't give a fuck about. I'm here to tell you guys the truth. This is why I have this channel. I'm not here to make fucking ad money. All right. I don't need no YouTube fucking chump change from advertisements and shit like that. Fuck that. All right. I forgot what the fuck I was trying to get that. Listen. We do have a sort of an agenda today. I was gonna write it out and say, you know, keep a structure, but I don't want to do that shit today. Today is a special occasion, guys. We're celebrating. We're not celebrating 100K. We're celebrating the fact that 100K allows me to do things very differently. All right. So now we're gonna do things a little differently because I'm probably gonna get myself banned and demonetized completely for this type of shit. Guys, go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me I do have a Rumble channel, but I don't really post it. But I really want to start posting there once I feel like it's the right time. But we'll get there. I have a couple of videos there, but we're gonna increase that significantly. Over time, I want to transfer to Rumble more because this is where you can really say what the fuck you want to say, and it doesn't matter. Okay, you know, guys, I ordered my YouTube silver plaque, whatever the fuck. All right, it's coming. It's coming. It went from like Ohio or something, Oklahoma into Pennsylvania, and now it's coming into Poland. It'll be here in a week or so. And you know, in the old days when I would think, okay, I'm gonna get 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna get the little plaque, I was thinking, you know what? When I get the silver play button, I'm gonna smash that fucker on camera, and I'm gonna say, fuck you, fuck YouTube. I'm not celebrating. Fuck you. You guys are participating in the suppression of free speech. And anybody who doesn't agree with this, listen, my channel is not for you. I think everybody's on the same page here. We understand that YouTube does not support free speech. It's quite the opposite of that. And because of this, I was going to be like, you know what? Fuck this silver button. I'm going to smash that fucker on camera. I don't give a fuck about 100,000. I don't give a fuck about a YouTube channel. I don't need that shit anyway. If you're not going to let me speak my mind, fuck you. That's what I was going to do. But then I thought about it. And I realized, listen, guys. Okay, YouTube is suppressing free speech and all this other, okay, whatever. But if I think about myself growing up, the amount of shit that I've learned on YouTube, and I'm sure that you guys can agree with me on this, the amount of shit that I've learned on YouTube, we gotta change the picture, guys. We're talking about something more intelligent. I can't be looking at this prostitute while I'm talking about something intelligent. Let's pull up. Just for a little bit of context, get this whore off my fucking screen. Okay. The amount of shit that I've learned on YouTube growing up, it goes way beyond anything. It's unbelievable. And I'm telling you guys, you can educate yourself on literally any subject that you can possibly think of on YouTube. And because of this, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna diss them. They provided me with what I wanted from them. I never expected YouTube to be a platform for free speech or whatever. I understand this. You got a business to, okay, whatever. That's at the end of the day, it doesn't outweigh the amount of stuff that I learned. So not to the degree which would make it worth me smashing my fucking silver play button. So I'm gonna pay respect to where respect is due. They taught me a lot of very important shit, which made me the person that I am today. So we're gonna show some respect to YouTube with the silver play button. I'm not gonna smash it. My brother told me use it to flex on people. We're gonna put it over here so people can say I'm cool. Okay, we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do with the YouTube play button. Poland. I am in Poland right now, and it's snowing. It's amazing. Poland is the best country. It's racist. It's fucking old school. Poland is amazing. It's a beautiful city. It's clean. You have no dirt going on around the city. Nothing trashy happening in the city. Almost never. You got a hobo here and there, but it's hard to even notice it. I had to really pay attention to see hobos in the city. I lived in Budapest before this. Budapest, Hungary. Hungary is another pretty conservative country in Europe, which doesn't take any shit. Okay? But it's not as clean and developed, and it's not on a good trajectory as much as Poland. Poland is fucking amazing. Every day I spend in Poland, I admire it more and more. So respect to Poland. I love Poland. It's an amazing country. I hope it stays that way. Hey guys, listen. Somebody pointed out Poland is amazing. It's racist. Reddit thinks I'm racist. Reddit thinks I'm a Nazi because my name is Aryan race and all this shit. Okay. First of all, listen. This is amazing because I'm white. I'm white as fuck. I'm born Christian Catholic in Southern Europe, in Croatia. I was born in Germany, but I'm Croatian. 100% pure fucking Croatian blood. And my name is Aryan. My mother named me Aryan. I'm sorry. That associates me with the fucking Nazis. Okay. That's what Reddit claims anyway. But when I sit here and I say, okay, listen, I don't think it's good for a country like Poland, a pristine, lovely, beautiful fucking country, to be polluted with massive amounts of people from a completely different culture, which is bound to cause problems if you let this happen. If I say I don't think this is happening, you should let those people be over there, we're gonna be over here, okay? We need some level of segregation in our societies. We're different fucking people. The same reason I don't invite a random stranger from the street into my house to live with me. It's the same shit. I'm not gonna invite some fucking person from, they might be a good person, but they got different ways of life. For them, it might be normal to sacrifice a fucking animal, and that's fine. I'm not gonna diss that. I just don't want that shit in my house. And if you say something like this, now you're a racist. Then I'm a racist. Fuck you. Then so be it. And I have no shame in admitting that. Fuck you. What are you gonna do about it? Go listen. Go write about me on Reddit. You know something? Shout out to my good friend Yahya. When I was in Budapest, when I came to Budapest, I was in this group with international students and stuff like that. And all, not students, but expats and stuff. Well, there's a lot of students, but I wasn't a student anymore. Now I'm a big boy. Internationals in Budapest and all this. Let's pull up a picture of Budapest, guys. Budapest is a beautiful city. If anybody lives in Budapest, let me know in the chat. I love Budapest. I go there. I lived there for a long time. For several years, I spent living in the city. It's a beautiful city, one of the most amazing cities in Europe. I love this place. It's always gonna have a place in my heart. Let me pull up Budapest over here. And I was browsing. You know, I came here. I wanted to meet some other people and stuff like that. So I came to this Facebook group, which was like expats in Budapest and stuff like that. And then I saw this one guy made a post. Fucking hell. One guy made a post of something like, you know, if you're looking for, and this is a group with thousands and thousands of people from all over the world, internationals. He made a post. Hey, if you're like a man and you want to hang out with other men and do like manly shit, this is the nature of his post. You know, it was perfectly appropriate in my opinion. It was polite. It was not insulting or degrading in any way. It was just basically inviting dudes to do manly shit. You know, like go shooting, go fight together and stuff like that. You know, just do shit that dudes do. You know, this is the type of stuff that us dudes do. Nothing unusual in my opinion. Maybe you guys would disagree, somebody in the chat, but listen, this is just what it is. I think a good percentage of my viewers are Muslim. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Dudes do dude shit. This is what we do. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay? And he said, if you want to do the type of shit dudes do, if you want to hang out with dudes that do dude stuff, here we have this club with this private community where you can join in and you can do this type of shit with other guys. You know, we talk about business, talk about women, talk about whatever the fuck guys talk about. Just manly, classic manly shit. And I was like, hell yeah, you know, this will be great. This is a great idea. Let me check it out. Let me try and reach out to this guy. I thought that was really cool. And then you open up the comments. Guess what the comments were saying in an international community like this. Guess what the comments were like. I don't even have to look at the chat. I already know that you guys know what the comments were like. Jesam Hrvat, kako ne? Kažu da sam Turčin, šta ja znaš? Aj jebe krv. Kažu da sam Turčin, kažu da sam Grk. Ne, brate, nisam. Jebi ga, prolio pivo. Ajde u kurac. Hold on guys, I spilled my beer. So probably the third time this week I spilled a fucking drink on my setup. Well, pour another one. So he made a post about this, and naturally the comments just fucking trashed him. Ha ha ha, you're such a bitch. Ha ha ha, what am I not a man if I don't like to train? If I don't like to hang out with other men and talk about business and talk about, am I not a man if I don't do this type of stuff? Ha 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 ha, you're such an asshole. Ha ha ha, Andrew Tate, try hard and all this shit. A classic. But me watching this, I found this post. I was like, that's fucking amazing. That's amazing. This guy did not delete that post. He kept it on there. And guess what? I clicked on that fucking link. I signed up, and we're a great fucking friend of mine. Shout out I'm gonna tag him in a story on Instagram or something. Guys, follow me on Instagram. I got 2 Instagram links below. One of them is my 3D account where I talk to 3D shit and stuff like that. Mostly 3D, but I also talk about the type of shit that we're talking about now. Then I got my personal account where I talk about stuff where I'll start posting some music, okay, And I do stuff which is a little bit more off topic, like politics and shit like that, geopolitics, religion, relationships, dating, whatever the fuck. I make polls on my stories, so you guys can go follow me on my personal Instagram account. There's a link below. Hold on a second. I didn't put my 3D account in the description. Yeah, I did. Okay, they're both down there. So go follow me on Instagram, guys. This is fucking amazing. Anyway, so when you piss off the general public, which as we discussed before consists of fucking idiots, you remove the idiots, but the cool people stay. The people who are real, people who are honest, who understand what you're talking about, they're gonna stay. And it doesn't matter. Listen, those people are fucking retarded. Those people who are talking shit in the comments, they're the ones who are watching this whore. They're the ones who are watching this prostitute swinging her titties left and right. They pay money for this. And for garbage music. And they get excited. They get all their friends for this. And this is who's criticizing you. Listen, man, if I can do whatever I can do to get these people to stay the fuck away from me, to hate me, that's good. That's a good sign. If you piss these people off, that's a great sign. So I can't wait to see Reddit go, oh, Aryan, the Andrew Tate of Blender. That's a compliment to me. Because I bet you, guys, you know what they did to me on Reddit. I think it was like in May or something. Look at this asshole Aryan 3D, Aryan race. What a fucking racist talking about how to speak like a dictator. They went hard. My mom read this post because my mom, she's worried about, she wants to see if I'm getting myself into trouble. So she'll look it up and all this, and she was reading that, and basically I don't remember what she told me, but she was in no way upset at me because she saw that the type of shit that people wrote about is just delusional. The type of criticism that these people spew, the type of hatred that they produce. You can't be a normal person and allow these type of feelings to accumulate in you. There has to be something wrong with you. I mean, you got people fucking wishing death on somebody just because they're different. You know what I'm talking about? It's unfucking believable. It's unbelievable. So when these people are criticizing you, good. That means you're doing something right. So fuck you, Reddit. Come after me. Come after me because I'm 100% sure, because I made a post on YouTube, hey, how to speak like a dictator. Everybody knows that dictators have an exceptional ability to use their words to get their way. So they're very convincing. They're very good at persuasive speech. We know this. It doesn't matter what they're doing. They're very good at talking. Whatever it is that they're using it for, that doesn't matter. They're very good at talking. Okay? So to learn to speak like a dictator, you understand what I'm talking about. That's a good thing. If you use it for good, obviously. You're not going to use that shit to kill 6 million Jews. You're going to use it for something good. Alright? And if you can do that, that's a great thing. It's just a funny way to put the fucking title. Everybody who's intelligent understands this. Reddit went fucking crazy. Look at this guy, he's a Nazi and all this shit. And I 100% guarantee you that somebody saw that post while everybody else is arguing, calling me an animal and all this shit. Somebody was like, you know what? That sounds like a great fucking course. I'm gonna go sign up. And that's what they did. And guess what? They got a great fucking lesson. And probably right now they're making money because of what they learned in the Digitally Enhanced Club. Alright? So please, by all means, Reddit, come after me. Fuck you, Reddit. Reddit is filled with children. Now, so basically, guys, that was the first kind of part of this lesson. I know it sounds like it's off topic, but trust me, it's not. What we're here to talk about is how to get rich as a 3D artist. But really, we're here to talk about how to get rich as any kind of digital professional, because guess what, guys? It's all the same shit. Whether you're trying to be a 3D artist, a 2D artist, a painter, a fucking musician, graphic designer, motion graphic artist, whatever the game, it's all the same shit. Anything digital, anything creative, it's literally the same shit. Exactly the same shit. Pretty much anything. If you're a copywriter, if you're anything that you're, any kind of service that you're trying to sell, it's all basically the same shit. But if it's creative digital, it's quite literally exactly the same fucking thing, alright? So that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. Now, for those of you that watch my video, you understand, I'm not here to flex on you guys. Listen, I would never sit here. Maybe I will in the future. I'll change my mind and it'll say, oh, look, Aryan, 5 years ago he said this, now he changed his mind. Oh, wow. God forbid people change their minds and they evolve into different opinions and stuff like that. Right now, I'm going to say this. I would not ever disclose my income or anything like that. If I was rich, you wouldn't know about it. Okay, I'm pretty much living the exact same way today that I was living 4 or 5 years ago. There's no fucking difference. So you don't know if I'm rich or poor. I'm not here to debate that stuff. Maybe I'm rich, maybe I'm poor. You have no fucking idea. There's no basically I would not tell you guys about this shit. So I'm not here to talk about me. I'm gonna talk to you about other people. Okay? And then you guys can figure out whether this is something that is worth listening to. All right, because I'm not gonna sit here and flex with my own shit. I don't listen. I don't want to do that for my own. Listen, if you're gonna ask somebody, you gotta understand. Maybe this is only something in my culture, but you don't talk about how much money you're making. This is the personal matter, and this is why I'm also not gonna talk about how much money other people are making. I'm just gonna talk to you about other people that are making money. All right, and you guys are gonna start to realize, okay, well, this is how other people are doing it. Maybe I can do something similar. Okay, someone's asking me, are you comfortable financially? No, I'm flat broke. I'm poor. I'm dead poor. I own nothing. I'm broke. I don't have a penny to my fucking name. Or maybe I'm a millionaire. Who knows? Whatever I tell you here, it will be a complete fucking lie. So there's no way I'm going to tell this to anybody. Maybe 2 years from now, I'll say, yes, this is exactly how much money I have. Maybe I'll say it. But right now, I'm not going to talk about it at all. So you got to do everything different. Listen, guys, not everybody's rich. Very few people are rich. What does it mean? Listen. Is he rich? Okay, it looks like a private jet, nice suit. He's got a watch. He's got a phone, and he's got a glass of champagne. Now, this could be a Zara suit. This could be a $150 watch. This could be a set. This could be a $100 phone. Okay? Is he rich? Are they rich? Jeff Bezos, one of the people in the world with more money than anybody else. One of the highest net worth individuals on the face of the planet. Guess what? Got dumped by his female. She fucked him over big time. Big time. You better believe she spent years sexually pleasing another man behind his back. I'm gonna keep it clean. I know I have a lot of Muslim followers. You guys don't like it when I go dirty with this type of shit, even though, I'm gonna keep it under control. His woman was doing something behind his back with another man, as far as I know, and it all went to shit. So can you would you take advice from a man who ended up in that situation? I don't know. But okay, I'll cut the bullshit. We're here to talk about money. So what you're gonna realize is that not a lot of people are rich, and on top of that, they're decent human beings. There's somebody who you look up to, who you can imagine yourself being in many ways. There's somebody who hasn't sold their dignity. Their life is good. Their life has a lot of love and a lot of positivity. This is who you want to look up to. Okay, this is at least how I felt. Now, not a lot of people are in those types of in those positions. Let's just make that clear. I think everybody understands this very well. All right. Not a lot of people are truly rich, and guess why that is? It's very few people you can name. Guys, give me some names in the chat, and everyone's gonna say Aryan. No Aryan. I don't want to hear Aryan. Give me some other people that you genuinely look up to in pretty much every aspect. Of course, people you can't 100% disagree with, you can't agree with everybody, but give me some names in the chat of people who you look up to, who are genuinely an inspiration to you in terms of money, relationships, wisdom, fitness, positivity, just everything in life. They got everything under control. Name somebody in the chat. Give me some names. And I'm going to sit here and wait. Someone said Alex Hormozy. Someone said my brother. Someone said Aryan. Then another one said Aryan. And someone said my dad. Elon Musk. Keanu Reeves. General Patton. That's interesting. Big Brandon Carter. My dad, Andrew Tate, some guy I know. Marcus Aurelius, my physics teacher. Andrew Tate, Kanye West, PewDiePie, okay. Okay. So listen, guys. These people that you look up to, they're very specific types of people. They have something. Let's talk about somebody. Okay, I don't know all of these people that you guys listed. I know some of them. Some of them I know, I think, quite well based on the content that I see online. For example, Big Brandon Carter. I know this guy. I've watched some of his content. I've watched a few podcasts with him. I think I have a pretty good... In fact, I watched a lot of podcasts with him on Fresh and Fit. I have a pretty good understanding of his belief system, of his personality, based on what you can see on the internet. Of course, I don't know him personally. Certainly, there's much more to his character. But this guy's fucking ripped, shredded. The guy's charming. You'll never see this guy not smiling. Amazing. It just seems like to be in the same room with this guy is just an amazing fucking experience, right? Just a great guy overall. He's jacked, he's rich, he's motivational, he's funny, he's charismatic, he's just a great fucking dude all around. This is something that is so rare. You don't see most people even having one of these attributes. One of the qualities. You don't see a lot of people with just one of these qualities. Being rich is rare. Being ripped is rare. Being charming is rare. Okay? Being funny is rare. And this guy's got all of them. So this guy, you understand what I'm telling you. It's a truly exceptional individual. Alright? Which means he's very different from everybody else. How did he become very different from everybody else? By doing something that nobody else is doing. Clearly. Because what the fuck is everybody else doing to become what they are? They're not funny. They're not ripped. They're not even one of those things. What are they doing? And the problem is that we human beings, have this strong urge to just do what others around us are doing. I think this was John Mearsheimer, the professor, the geopolitical professor who I've learned a lot from. Excellent guy. Shout out to John Mearsheimer. I think he said, we are social creatures before we are individuals. We are societies and groups before we are individuals. So we are hardwired to gravitate towards fitting into society more than we're hardwired to be unique individuals, okay? Which is one of the flaws of liberalism, let's say, okay? And this is why nationalism is a force that prevails over any other. Because we are societies before we are anything else. We really, really, really want to fit in, okay? We're programmed, hardwired. There's nothing you can do about it. But since you're a sentient being, since you're intelligent, hopefully you're able to use your logic to control your impulses a little bit, you're going to realize that sometimes what the group is doing might not be the best fucking decision for me. So you're going to have to use restraint to kind of, to restrain yourself from participating in what everybody else is there. Because you're hardwired to do the same way that when you see a beautiful woman, you see a hot girl walk by, you get turned on, you want to fuck her, okay? But you got a girlfriend at home. You got a wife at home. You're gonna restrain yourself. Okay, you want to keep that shit under control. This is the same thing. It's a biological instinct driving you to do what everybody else is doing. You gotta be aware of that, and you gotta keep that shit in check because it's gonna get you to do some crazy fucking shit. And guess what? It's gonna get you to do. It's gonna get you to pay to see this shit right here. That's what it's gonna get you to do. You guys know what I'm talking about. These people who are buying tickets to see this, these are not cheap tickets. It's not $30 fucking dollars. This shit probably costs $350 to be in the crowd, sweating with people. You understand what I'm talking about? So, but the problem is that your friends are going and they're convincing you, hey, come with us, and if you don't go, you're missing out. So that's what's kind of pushing you in the direction of what everybody else is doing. But if you're intelligent, you're gonna be like, you know what? I just made this $350. I'm working minimum wage. Maybe spending this on seeing whores and prostitutes twerking on stage and then going home and being broke, maybe that's not the best fucking decision for me right now. If you do this, they're gonna ostracize you. Okay, so that's the first skill you have to develop if you want to be rich in anything. Forget about 3D artists, okay? And this is something that if I talk about this is why you don't get no views talking about this, because Aryan, you're supposed to talk about 3D art. You're supposed to talk about the 3D modeling and shit like that. Listen, most of you people I know are doing this because you want this to have an impact on your life. You want to become a professional. You want to make some money. You want to do this and that, okay? Most of you guys are trying to make something out of it. You're trying to do something productive with this shit. If you want to do that, then this is the type of shit that you have to understand. But most of you don't. Most people find this so hard to grasp. It's unfucking believable. You don't understand. If you want to do something with yourself, when your friends invite you out, no, you're not going out, you're going to the gym. You come to the gym with me. I don't want to go to the gym with you, I'm tired. Okay, fuck you, I'm going to the gym anyway. Fuck you. They're going to get mad. They see you getting ripped, and now they're going to be, oh no, I was tired from work. I'm just going to spend the next 4 hours yelling at a video game. I was tired. I don't have energy to go to the gym. Okay, we can't be friends no more. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to diss you. I'm just telling you. You have to figure out a way to remove yourself from those people. And you're going to realize that there's going to be a very small segment of the population that you can actually associate yourself with at a close level, let's say. But the good thing is, you're going to qualify to participate in, or to roll with the elite, let's say. You're gonna qualify to hang out with the people who are really, really doing something good in life. You're not gonna be one of these fuckers. You're gonna be, and it doesn't matter how far you are down the line, because people who are serious about making their life meaningful, making their life positive, making their life good, they understand it's not about how much you have or how much you've accomplished. It's about the dedication that you have. Okay, that's why I can look at a 14-year-old boy. Okay, I can look at him. Of course, he just. Jag toliki bushi, man. Ti mene jebeš. Čovjek buši u 8 na večer. I can look at a 14-year-old boy who just started on this road. Just started maybe 6 months ago. He's not even making money yet. But I can see how hard he's working. I can see how dedicated he is to it. I can see him basically as my equal. You understand? I respect him. He's a grown fucking man. I respect him fully. You know what I'm talking about? So this is something that you gotta understand. So when you're different from other people, when you understand, you gotta do. If you want to be exceptional, you gotta do things differently. In fact, nowadays it's not even about being exceptional. It's just about being at an acceptable level. You gotta do something totally different from what everybody else is doing because everybody else is a fucking retard. So if you want to not be a retard, you gotta be like top 10, 5 or 10%. Just to not be a retard. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Guys, do you grasp this? Do you understand how fucking crazy this shit got? It's always been the 80-20 rule. Now it's more like 199. It's fucking crazy. Okay. So that's the first thing you gotta get under control. I can confirm. I'm 14 years old and everyone looks at me differently. Nobody wants to talk to me. That's it. Fuck them. That means you're probably doing something wrong. Are you hitting the gym? Are you working on something intelligent? Are you watching Aryan's content instead of fucking Roblox gameplays, Roblox edits and shit like that? Because if the answer to that is yes, then you're intelligent. If when you have some free time, do you turn on a video to learn about cryptocurrency and blockchain or to learn about the geopolitical situation surrounding the Ukraine conflict or the Middle East, what's going on down there in Palestine, do you use your free time to learn about that? Or do you use it to watch Roblox and do dumb shit on the internet or do you play fucking video games? If the answer is the former, then fuck those people who don't want to be friends with you. Who gives a shit about them? Okay? Because doing what you're doing, get jacked, develop a cool personality, develop a cool character, be smart, and that's when you're going to qualify to speak to people who you want to be able to speak to these kind of people. Trust me. This is going to make you more respectable in the eyes of those masses that you're trying to fit in. Because now when I walk into a group of people who are just regular, everybody blocked me from fucking uni and shit like that. They don't want to talk to me anymore. I got a group of friends who are fucking amazing. Okay? This is a small circle of people. I said, fuck everybody else. I want my friends. We're going to build something amazing. We're going to make our lives exceptionally good. We're going to do something that nobody else did. That's what it's all about. And when you go... Everybody else blocked me, but now when you go around them, all of a sudden, this guy who was talking shit about me behind my back, the whole time he was pretending to be my friend, talking shit about me, now I walk into the room, and now his girl is touching me more than she's touching it. Okay, what now? I'm just letting you know, guys. Things change a little bit. These people that are criticizing you, they're shooting themselves in the foot and they don't even know it. Fuck those people. So that's the first thing. I'm really hammering this one home, but this is the most important thing. And once you understand this, that's pretty much all the advice you're ever going to need. Because if you understand this, that means you have a certain degree of intelligence. And that intelligence, it's at a critical mass, which now allows you to basically figure out everything else on your own. Because you don't need nobody else. You can figure this shit out yourself. And now I can just cut this stream right now and not even say anything else. Those people who agree with what I'm saying, who understand what I'm saying, they're going to be okay. They're going to fucking make it. All right? But... now that we got that out of the way, now we're going to talk about the real shit, all right? 100,000 fucking subscribers. How crazy is that? I remember when I was a teenager, I thought, to have 1,000 followers, it's cool as fuck, 1,000 subscribers. Now we're at 100,000, it doesn't feel like anything. I thought, not even 1 million yet? Not even 1 million? Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm going to take a leak, and then we're going to talk about how to get rich as a 3D artist, and I'm going to allow you guys to enjoy a picture of this beautiful animal, because while it is foolish, it is a beautiful creation of God. Okay? And it's got no malicious intent towards you. since we did reach 100,000 subscribers, we are going to mark this milestone with a special, I don't want to say celebration, a special offer, okay? So you guys understand what I'm talking about so far. This is exactly why I created the Digitally Enhanced Club, okay? The Digitally Enhanced Club is a school designed to talk about the type of shit that I just spent the past hour talking to you about. It's designed to take those people who agree with me to the level where they can actually reach the level of success that they want to reach. They understand the Blender tutorial is not enough. Fuck a Blender tutorial. I watched enough of those, although we do have 120. We do have 130, probably even more fucking episodes of just fucking tutorials for the course, just Blender course. We have that. But that's just the beginning. That's just the smallest part, okay? This is why this school was created. Okay, get the Blender shit out of the way as soon as possible. Now we're talking business. Because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where shit gets serious. This is the stuff that's actually gonna get you to the level where you wanna be. So since it's 100,000, guys, go to the website right now. There's a link below. Edit the video. Let me put the fucking coupon code. There's gonna be a special discount code. Discount code is YAY100K for 50% off first 3 months. There we go. There we go, guys. There's a link in the description. You can sign up for the Digitally Enhanced Club. You're going to get 50% off on your membership for the first 3 months if you sign up now, okay? It's 100,000 subscribers. There's only 20 spots for this, by the way. Only 20 spots for this discount. Let me pour this in a cup. So, in the Digitally Enhanced Club, approximately 1 day from now, we're going to have a lecture where we're going to talk about exactly some more advanced methods for exactly how you can make money as a 3D artist. I'm going to pull up for you guys some success stories of people that I know that you guys dream about being in this type of position. And we're going to break those down in a live lecture inside the Digitally Enhanced Club so that you guys can see, okay, this is how it's done. This is the type of shit that nobody talks about because everybody's busy talking about the Blender update. Let's talk about how you can make some money, even if it's Blender 2.7. The shit is still the same, okay? That's what we're going to talk about in the live stream, which is going to be tomorrow in the club, okay? And then the week after, we're going to talk more about, we're going to talk specifically about social media strategy so you guys understand. Listen, everybody who's in the club, the first thing they do after they learn their Blender skills, after they get their shit together, they start creating some artworks, posting them on social media, which is what we teach, how to create a portfolio on Instagram, okay? Because the next step after that is to start creating content like videos and stuff like that from your works so that you can draw people onto your account, you can draw an audience, and that's what's going to allow you to network, to get all sorts of connections, to get all sorts of links in the industry, to sell your services, to sell your products or whatever. Everybody's doing this inside the club. This is the most important thing. And we're going to talk about specific strategies for that. So anybody can succeed. Anybody can do this. The reason everybody doesn't do this is because everybody's a fucking sheep. And when somebody starts talking about this, they say, no, Aryan's a racist. No, Aryan's copying Andrew Tate. Okay, then I'm copying Andrew Tate. Fuck you. We're over here talking about real shit. If you want to be a sheep, you want to talk about the new Blender update, or you want to talk about dumb shit, go watch the meme videos. You go watch those. This is for the people who actually want to make some fucking money, who are actually doing this for real because they want to make their mom cry of happiness, okay? This is designed to change your fucking life. That's why this exists, because I don't give a shit about Blender no more. I'm here to, the reason I have this channel is because I want to change your life. If you don't want to change your life for the better, don't watch my fucking channel. Fuck you. Go watch the Blender update. I got 400 Blender videos already. Fuck that shit, okay? So that's what the Digitally Enhanced Club is about. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys about some success stories like I promised before. Somebody said I can't do it because of limited technology with my laptop. Let me tell you a story about limited technology, okay? Okay, let me tell you about limited technology. When I was in uni, I had a laptop which today it's still somewhere in my drawer, it still works, but it was a laptop like, I don't know, like maybe 500 euro maybe. I mean, I understand for some people this is maybe a lot of money, but if you go to the cheaper country, the laptop is cheaper. I was in Croatia, I bought this laptop in Croatia. It's not really that expensive in Croatia, okay? And this is this was the laptop that I started my whole channel, my whole business, everything. I wrote fucking 2 books on this laptop. I made a whole bunch of videos. I made a whole bunch of content. I started my portfolio. I made a whole bunch of cool renders. You can do a whole lot of work with just a shitty laptop. The problem is that a lot of people try to look for excuses. And they say, yeah, I don't have enough of a computer. Okay, sure, yeah, the computer makes a difference for rendering cool animations. But you can still make some money with a shitty laptop if you play your cards right. Because you don't need to render animations for 3 days. You can render a single fucking shot. Or you can record your screen and stuff like that. That doesn't require an expensive fucking laptop. You can make a little bit of money, and then if you're smart, like me, you're going to use that money to buy yourself an expensive laptop that can take your shit to the next level. Alright? This is what we're talking about. Now, let me read the chats, and then we're going to get to the success stories. Let me see if we got any interesting discussions going on in the chats. Babarin congratulated me on the milestone. Thank you, Babarin. Babarin was a very important element to my success so far. Thank you, Babarin. Babarin was amazing. Babarin started a Discord channel. Get the Discord channel. Get the Discord link. I forgot to put it in the description. Let me get the Discord link. Because Babarin helped me set up the whole Discord. We got thousands of people in there. And it's a community designed just for 3D artists to just hang out and talk about 3D art shit. You can get a lot of feedback and stuff like that from the community. It's guys, if you wanna succeed in something, you gotta be part of a community with people who are doing the same shit. Okay? You don't wanna be hanging out with the sheep. You wanna be listen. If you wanna get jacked, you can't go talking to your friends, wasting your free time talking about football. You wanna talk to this guy. You want to hang out with this guy. You want to hang out with Aryan. Because Aryan can deadlift over 200 kilos at 86 kilos of body weight. Aryan is fucking powerful. Aryan is a gorilla. You want to talk to people like Aryan. You want to talk to people who have the same shit as you. Listen, your friends are gamers. Why are you talking to them? You want to play video games? You want to spend the rest of your life playing video games? No, you want to talk to people who are into lifting. You want to talk to people who are into being 3D artists and learning Blender. That's why we have a free Discord community, for which I'm going to send you a link right now. If I can figure out how to do it from my phone, because I have no idea how to use this iPhone shit. Kako, brate mili, da pozovem nekog? Kako da pozovem nekog, jebote? Jebote iPhone, da te jebo. Invite, okay. Edit invite link, 7 days, no. I always set it to never expire, but every other day I get a message saying, hey, the Discord link is expired. Here, we're gonna put a Discord link for the server. And this is where I make little announcements when something big is happening. For example, I announced that this live stream is happening on the Discord channel. Here, Discord server. Free Discord server is in the chat, and I'm also gonna put it in the description. There we go. Join our Discord. Shout out to Babarin. Babarin made this whole thing happen. If it wasn't for Babarin, we wouldn't have no Discord server. That's 100% true. Babarin made it happen. Alright, listen. There's so many fucking chats. We'll do this later, maybe after hours. I got too much energy right now to just sit and read through fucking messages. You guys, listen. Send a super chat if you want to ask me a question. If somebody sends a super chat, then we'll stop the fucking show and we'll talk about that subject for a little bit. If it's a good subject. If it's something retarded, we're not going to do it. But if you can ask if you've got a good question, something important, you can send a super chat and we're going to stop the show and we're going to talk about it. Alright? I'm going to talk to you guys about success stories. Blendy3D, where are you? Are you in the chat? Blendy3D. Where's Blendy3D? Did I put their links? No, I put them in the video that I uploaded. Today. Let me get the video out. Oh fuck! Now we're gonna get audio. Bear with me, guys. Blendy3D. All right, like this. Blendy3D. Let's talk about Blendy3D. Blendy3D. What the fuck? Okay, this is his Instagram. Guys, he got banned. He had 200,000. you have my word that this, fuck you. You have my word that this guy had 200,000 before he got banned. This is 100% true. I saw everything. I saw it start from zero. This guy had 200,000. Blendy, why do you not have a... maybe you do, but maybe it's because I'm not logged in. You need a link for the YouTube. Blendy 3D YouTube. Blendy 3D YouTube. There we go. Blendy 3D, guys. One of my best fucking students. I'm so proud of this guy. Blendy 3D, where are you, man? Give me a shout out in the chat. Let me see you. Blendy 3D, guys. Can you guys see what's on my screen? I got Blendy's YouTube channel open. Blendy 3D is a 17-year-old man, and the reason I'm saying man and not boy is because having accomplished what he's accomplished, he's a fully grown fucking man. Life is for real for him. He's not a child anymore. I know 25-year-old children. I know 30-year-old children. This guy is a 17-year-old fucking man. And I respect him as a man. He's a fully grown man, and you guys gotta acknowledge his fucking masculinity. This guy's a fucking gangster, alright? Blendy 3D was a member of the Digitally Enhanced Club when he joined a couple months ago. And we had a very simple challenge in the Digitally Enhanced Club, alright? The challenge was, I just make some tutorials how to make content on social media. He started from basically zero. On YouTube, he had no subscribers. Guys, check this out. Let me just, guys, just for context. Shorts, oldest. This one right here is his oldest short. All right, his oldest short. Posted on October 12th. What day is it? 22nd of November. It's not even a month and a half that he posted his first video on YouTube. Okay? Do you guys see what I'm talking about? 275,000 subscribers. Do you guys, do I have to say anything else? I am gonna say anything about that. Let's just sit here for a second in silence, okay? This is not an ADHD show. This ain't TikTok. We're gonna sit here for 30 seconds in silence. I want you guys to think about this. Marinho, to na moja piva na flašu dolje.
Ovo je prazno.
Jebi ga. Vidi ovo. Ajde se natoči. So about a month and a half ago, Blendy 3D, alright, he's got older videos and shit like that, alright, whatever, listen guys, he basically started from fucking nothing about a month and a half ago, nowhere even close to the amount of subscribers that he has now, alright? We had a challenge inside the Digitally Enhanced Club. Yeah, did I fuck up my ceiling, Tom? That's a good point. I don't think I did though, but I already fucked up a couple of places in this house, so we'll be alright. Blendy 3D started from basically nothing, not making a dime, not monetized, nothing like that. No presence on YouTube effectively, all right? And we had a simple challenge inside the Digitally Enhanced Club. The challenge was this: social media. All right, it's meant for those members who have reached a level where they already have an established portfolio. It's not for people who don't have a portfolio. If you don't have a proper account on social media, then you probably shouldn't participate in this. You can still watch and participate if you want to, but it's not going to give you no results. So first, you got to make sure that you crafted your portfolio according to our instructions, according to the course inside the Digitally Enhanced Club, all right? And once you got to that level, where you got a decent portfolio, which only takes a couple of weeks, okay? It doesn't take very long at all. It depends on how much time you have, but it's very quick. And you have a decent portfolio. Now you just gotta start posting simple videos. So I'm gonna show you how to make those videos, because I also make those videos myself. And guess what? Guess how? I got a really nice number of followers that allows me to live really nicely off of this internet 3D shit, okay? You make a couple of videos according to my instructions, according to the course, and you start posting them every single day. That was a challenge. We're gonna compete in who's gonna get more views and who's gonna get more followers. Here comes Chris, Blendy 3D. Boom. I don't know, day 3, 10 million views, 20 million, a ridiculous number of fucking views on his content. And he climbed up to like 200,000 on Instagram over the course of a couple of weeks. And he did the same shit on YouTube, same thing happened. Guess what, guys? I'm not gonna say nothing about his money or nothing like that. I said in the video today, this guy, at this rate, he's making more money than brain surgeons. He's 17 years old. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And when you say things like this, people are gonna be like, no, Arjen, you're a liar. All right, I'm a liar. Don't believe me. What I'm saying is not the truth, okay? What I'm telling you is, if you count this guy's views, if if you count this type of stuff, and especially if you think about the future trajectory, if you count this and you try to do the math, you are going to realize that Aryan is a liar, 100%. So I'm not telling you the truth. Of course, I have no idea how to. This guy, 275,000 subscribers. No, he's not making any money at all. Okay, you believe that? You go play fucking Roblox. All right. Blendy3D did something fucking crazy. It's inspirational. It's really something that when you look at this type of stuff, you know, Blendy3D told us. I'm not gonna tell his personal story or nothing like that. Let's just say he made his family very, very happy with this stuff. And I had a conversation with this about it. This is the type of stuff, when I hear about this kind of stuff, there's no amount of money in the world, there's no amount of women in my life, there's no amount of fame or anything like that can replace that feeling of fulfillment that I get when a 17-year-old tells me that he made his mother cry of joy because of his success. If I've in any way helped him achieve that, my day is fucking great. I'm a happy man. I don't give a fuck. I don't want no money. I'm happy. I'm going to fucking heaven. I'm ready to die today. I'm good. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. This is fucking amazing. It's an amazing feeling. I want to take the time. It's 100,000. I don't want to celebrate 100,000. Fuck 100,000. What's 100,000 when Blendy's got 275? What's 100,000? Fuck 100,000. All right? This is the type of stuff that I think is really worth celebrating. This is the stuff that really makes me happy. This is the stuff that I feel proud of. I'm proud of Blendy. Go check him out. Go check him out on Instagram as well. Really an exceptional accomplishment that this guy's made. And pretty much, let me say this as well. This is like a flagship. What do you call this? Like a highlight, let's say. But pretty much anybody that's participated in the challenge and did reels properly, that did this right, okay? Anybody who did this, they got good traction on social media. They went from having no followers to having followers to where they now have some sort of presence on social media. So now it puts you in a better position for client outreach. People start reaching out to you. You can start connecting with other people in all sorts of ways just because you have some followers on social media. Anybody who does this, they're gonna get some fucking followers. If you do it really right, if you really know what you're doing, you might end up like Blendy3D. You're gonna be Blendy4D. How about that? So Blendy3D is really somebody who's worth celebrating. I think it's amazing. And I think anybody could have done this. Blendy3D just understood from the start. You just gotta fucking work. Put in the work day in, day out. You're gonna do the numbers game. You're gonna do clients. He also had great success with clients, guys, just so you know. Because of his success with clients is not even interesting compared to the shit that he did on YouTube. But his success with clients was also really fucking good. And as you can imagine, guys, if a YouTube channel with 275,000 subscribers reaches out to any business, pretty much any business ever, they're gonna fucking notice, okay? So you can go try doing outreach with your zero followers, but I fucking guarantee you that Blendy3D is in a perfect position to do that. We got a super chat from JB. Thank you for the $10. Okay, I know how to use Maya, ZBrush, and Maya. How do you get rich in 3D models? Start YouTube education channel, sell models on website. Does your course teach modeling and building your YouTube? Okay. So the question is, how do you get rich? I don't know how long you've been in the stream so far, but listen. Let me try to oversimplify the whole. I'll try to compress this entire live stream into one short answer for you. You have a skill. You have a practical skill. So you have to figure out what sort of value can you bring into the world with this skill. Okay? So, for example, right here is an example. This guy is bringing value to people who enjoy entertainment. They enjoy entertaining little cartoon videos and they watch this like crazy. So you're basically the new Disney. You get paid because people love to watch this stuff and you get to put advertisements on your fucking content. This is not educational content. So this is totally different from what I'm doing. But this guy used his 3D skills to do something which gets a lot of attention. So he's making money purely with his 3D skills. He doesn't have a fucking boss. This is infinitely scalable. Okay, this is just one example. Another example is if you sit there and think about, okay, how can I bring value to businesses with the skills that I have? All right, you can do 3D modeling. All right, what does that mean? Okay, how about you go to ChatGPT and you ask him, ChatGPT, I'm a 3D artist. I know how to use ZBrush and Maya. How can I help businesses? How can I bring value to businesses? Okay? He's going to tell you, for example, you can visualize your products. Maybe you can visualize architecture. Maybe you can create game assets. Maybe you can make animations for doctors for educational content for doctors where they want to learn how to inject a syringe into a vein when they're shooting somebody up with anesthesia or morphine when they just got to get their leg cut off. Maybe you can make a video demonstrating that for students, and this is the type of shit that gets 250 million views on YouTube. Or maybe you can make it for a private company like a university or something like that in America because they need this type of videos. You'll be amazed how much useful shit you can do with these skills. All right, and this is what the course is focusing on. So you basically got to sit there and understand, okay, I have these skills. What can I do with these skills? How can I help somebody? What can I do to bring value to the world? All right, it's this. Let me concentrate on getting the attention of those people who I want to help so that they can find out about me through social media, and then I'm going to be able to deliver to them my service. That's the name of the game. I hope that answers your question. Now, I wanted to give you guys another example. Big fucking shout out to Step V Studio. Ah yeah, botte. Alright, let's do it here. Step V Studio. Big shout out to Step V Studio. Guys, how many of you guys want to make a living off of high paying clients? Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to make a living off of high-paying clients. That's what you want to do professionally. You want to make a living off of people paying you lots of money for your services. I'm not talking about working at a studio. I'm talking about you are the fucking studio. How many of you want to make a living off of this? Give me a 1 in the chat. Guys, let's cut the crap. This shit is way better than being employed somewhere. All right? And meantime, let me pull up their Instagram too. One. Of course, it's only ones in the chat. Well, allow me to introduce Step V fucking Studio. Check them out on Instagram, guys. So I'll put a link below. Go follow them. Go follow them if you want to learn. If you want to see how it's done. Just keep an eye on it. If you want to see how this shit is done. If you want to see somebody living your dream, and hopefully you're not one of those people who gets bitter when you see somebody living your dream, hopefully you're the kind of person who says, oh my God, this person has what I want. Thank God, finally I have somebody who I can follow, I can look up to. This is exactly who that is for you, all right? This is a prime fucking example, all right? You know a lot of people, because since they're sheep, where's my beautiful picture of a sheep? We got a whore open. We got a picture of a whore open, but we don't have beautiful sheep. Gdje je sad jebote, opet sam sjebo. Okay? If you're a sheep, when you see somebody who has something that you want, it hurts you. It irritates you. You get jealous. Guys, I'm a Christian. You guys are Muslims. I'm sure it's the same thing in Islam. Jealousy is one of the dirtiest things you can participate in. Jealousy is fucking evil. Jealousy is the root of all fucking evil. Here's what jealousy is. You have something I want, and I despise you for it. That's fucking jealousy. It angers me that you have something I want because I want that. I don't want you to be happy. I want to be happy. You don't deserve happiness. I wish evil upon you. Now that's fucking jealousy. If you're a decent human being, you see somebody who has something you want, and you're like, that's fucking amazing. Congratulations to that person. I really want to be that. Let me go congratulate that person and kindly ask them if they can perhaps share some information with me. I look up to them. You're my fucking role model. That's amazing. I support you. I want to learn from you. I want to, that's how you should be if you're not a sheep. Most of these sheep, they're not like that. So when you come out talking about this type of stuff, they go to Reddit, they say Aryan's an asshole, Aryan's a douchebag. Fuck you. Alright? Step V Studios got what you guys want. They got what you guys want. Again, I'm not going to talk about Step V Studios' finances or nothing like that. I would never do nothing like that. It's just straight up fucking disrespectful. I'm not going to disclose their finances. I'm just going to tell you guys that these guys deal with clients. They get paid, that pay them more than what a lot of people watching this, or most people that you know get paid in a fucking year. This is what they get from a client. Alright, let me just put it that way. It's in 5 fucking figures, and I'm talking about dollars. I'm not talking about some cheap ass currency. Alright? These people are making money. They got the real high paying clients. Alright? And that's because they did everything right. And guess what? They joined the Digitally Enhanced Club when I think it was around the time. Oni su ušli kad je launchao klub. When the club launched, u 5. mjesecu kada je launchao klub, ušli su ovi što su napravili Step V Studio, jel da? Od početka su oni bili, ja mislim. They joined when the club launched, which was around May or something like that, I think. I can't even fucking remember. It feels like it was 10 years ago for me. I was in a beautiful place in Hungary. I was at Lake Balaton around this time. This was a month later already after we launched. But anyway, these guys, listen, it's not like these guys have been in the game for 10 years. Not like they told you on the internet, you gotta be in the game for 10 years before you can even consider a senior position, let alone starting your own studio. Fuck that shit. These guys got down to work because they understood, okay, we got computers, we're adults, we got two hands, we got a functioning mind, we're fucking grown men right now. Maybe we got school or we got work or something, but in the evening, the same as everybody's got time to watch a fucking stream, we got time to do something else. And they use that time perfectly to build their own fucking business. So they develop their skills. As you can see right now, let's pull up one of their animations. These are incredible. I'm so proud of these guys. It's unbelievable. Can't you guys see how excited I am to talk to you about these people? And that's not the beer talking. If I didn't have the beer in me, I'd be the same fucking way. You can ask anybody. Give me a beautiful animation from them. This is one of them. Fuck. I gotta log in, but I'm not gonna log in over here on camera. So you guys go visit their profile. I'll send you their link one more time, just in case you missed them. Go visit their profile one more time. Go check out their fucking reels. Check out their animations. They sharpen their skills. They posted a couple of works on their Instagram, as you can see right here. While they were posting these, they weren't even thinking about clients yet. They were just thinking about, okay, let's make a good profile so that in the future, once we're ready, we can start bringing people to that profile and they can see, okay, we are professionals. We look like we know what we're doing. That's why they followed the instructions that we have in the Digitally Enhanced Club, and they wrote a beautiful bio. They posted enough artworks. They got a nice logo going. They even got a blue tick mark. A blue check mark. And this is something that you only know if you're really around the right type of information, right? They got a blue check mark because why? When you have a blue check mark on Instagram, for example, Aryan3D, I don't have a blue tick, but I get lots and lots and lots and lots of notification. This person liked your photo, this person followed you. If I just posted something, it'll be like hundreds and hundreds of notifications. If you like my picture, I'm not gonna notice. I'm not even gonna notice if you follow me on it. If there's so many fucking names, it's just I don't even check anymore. It's pointless. But when somebody with a blue tick follows you, or when somebody with a blue tick likes your picture, it stays on top of all the other notifications. You understand? So they basically put themselves in a position of I'm somebody. When I like your picture, it means something, and it catches my attention. If somebody with a blue tick likes my post or follows me, I'm gonna check them out and see what they're about. And that's when I might reach out to them. If a business with a blue tick follows me, I'm gonna reach out to them. Hey, so I like my content. I think your business is really cool. I think maybe we can collaborate. That's how you do outreach. Okay? You don't just go fucking spamming random people just for no reason. That's not gonna. It can work. It worked for some people. That's you can be 100% certain of that. But this is a much better way to do it. Anyway. They got their shit together. They built their website, as you have seen. It's amazing. It's a beautiful website. Look at this. They did everything right. You can contact them. In every corner you got... Listen, this is web design skills as well. They got everything right. They got down to work. They did what nobody else was doing. Everybody else was concentrating on the new Blender update. Everybody was talking about the new geometry node. Fuck a geometry node. These guys understood if you want to have a business, you got to have a website. So they got busy with websites. All right? And before you know it, when Step V Studio reaches out to you, it means something. If you're a business, you're going to notice. And before you know it, Step V Studio is dealing with really, really high-paying clients just because they did everything right. And that's the type of shit that nobody wants to tell you, because when somebody tells you that, you're a fucking scammer. You're just trying to sell a course. Okay, I'm a scammer. All right. Don't buy the course. No, it's a scam. It doesn't work. Step V Studio, it does not exist. This is a fake profile that I've made myself just so I can show it over on the stream to convince you guys that 100%. Blendy, if you send him a message on Discord, if you check out his Discord and his Instagram, it's actually me replying. This is a complete fucking lie. I went through the trouble of building a 300,000 subscriber YouTube account just to convince my followers that this is something that is real so that they would buy my course and realize that it's a scam. That's the truth, all right? How about that? So these guys are basically living the dream. And this is, keep in mind, they basically started like 6 months ago. Imagine where they're going to be in 3 years. You want to talk how to get rich? All right, let's talk about how to get rich. Imagine these people 2 years from now. What do you think he's going to be pulling up on a bicycle? You kidding me? He's going to be pulling up in... I'm not going to... I don't want to disclose their personal identities because I feel like I don't know if they would appreciate that. If they're watching, they can say, hey, this is me, and I'll point them out in the chat. But I don't want to disclose their personal identities because I don't know if they want that shit to be known publicly or anything. We got a German and we got a Ukrainian, okay? That's who we're talking about here. So I don't know if it's in the taste of a German to pull up in a Lamborghini, but it's certainly in the taste of a German to pull up in a Porsche. And a beautiful Porsche. A beautiful, classy Porsche. Such as this one right here. This is, oh, what the fuck. A beautiful vehicle. Like this one right here. This is class. Well, this is very sporty. You think he's going to be pulling up on a bicycle? Hell no. He's going to be pulling up in one of the... What the fuck is this new Porsche? He's going to be pulling up in something beautiful, something classy, something that screams elegance and status, something that screams, I know what I'm doing. Okay? That's how he's going to pull up the restaurant, where he's going to be able to talk to other people who are just like him. He's not going to be talking to nobody about Roblox and fucking football, maybe. But he's pulling up there because he's hanging out with other people who are doing the same thing as him. Alright? That's what these two gentlemen are going to be doing. That's their future. Do you want that kind of future or no? Because if you want a future of 2,500 hours in Roblox and nothing to show for your fucking work and the years that you've lived so far, then don't commit yourself to this. Don't just go watch the new Blender update and just cuss out Aryan on Reddit. Just don't listen to any of my advice. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just sweep that shit under the rug and forget about it. I don't know about you guys, but I like nice cars. Do you like nice cars? Is there any man in here who doesn't like cool cars? Give me a 1 in the chat if it is anybody here who has zero appreciation whatsoever for cool cars. Doesn't have to be a Lambo. It can be a nice AMG, or it can be a beautiful car like this. Is there any man here to whom this means nothing whatsoever? Who has zero ambition to have money where he can buy stuff for himself and for his family so that he can show his mother, hey mom, this is how much money I've made. Don't worry, you don't want to work anymore. I'm taking care of you. It's okay. You don't have to worry about me anymore. My future is sorted. Your mom is going to cry of happiness. Don't you want that? If you don't want that, you're a sick individual. You would rather spend your money... What's the bitch name? You would rather spend money on going to watch this whore shake her ass on stage. Are you kidding me? You will spend $400 on a ticket for this. You will buy a hoodie from, I don't know. You will buy this. Why? Because you saw a post on Instagram because this guy said go buy them. You will buy these, but a course which is going to teach you to change your fucking life is expensive to you. Okay. Alright, then don't buy it. And I don't want you to buy it. It's unbelievable the type of shit people fall for. It's fucking shocking, honestly. It's honestly tragic. This guy, guys, listen. Aryan's over your 100,000 subscribers. Yay, wow. This fucker. I don't know, I can't name one song from Travis Scott, just to be fair. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know. I just know that he's one of those guys nowadays that is popular in rap, and I know that modern rap is shit, so I'm just using it as an example. This guy makes a post with some shoes, which, let's be honest, I would be embarrassed to wear these shoes around my friends. I like to keep it a little bit more, let's say. I wear Converse shoes and stuff like that, but this is a little bit too it's a little bit too fucking dirty for my style, okay? I'll pull up in a leather jacket with sunglasses and fucking unbutton my shirt in the evening on a train, or I'll pull up to a fucking house party like that. I'm one of those guys. But this shit is too dirty even for me, okay? Okay, but we're not here to talk about shoes. But this guy posted a picture of shoes. He makes $1 million overnight just for posting a picture of fucking shoes. Everybody's buying that. But when you come in there and you start talking about, I'm going to teach you something nice. Here's what other people learned. Here's something that you can invest into your future with. Now that person's a scammer. He deserves to be criticized. You know what? If you go to Instagram Reels, guys, Instagram Reels are fascinating. Because all the time you're going to see somebody, hey, okay, you'll get a guy, like a kid in a Lambo or something. He's saying, hey, I got rich in my teens. You can buy my course. People are just dissing him. People are just cussing him the fuck out in the comments, okay? But I don't know. I never went to check one of these things. But I can guarantee you that a lot of times, if you do join the course, you're actually going to fucking learn something productive. This guy did something, whether it's trading, whether it's crypto, whether it's fucking e-commerce. He did something. He figured out how to make money. And now he's going to teach you how to do the same thing. It's not a fucking scam, okay? But people are so convinced that this must be a lie. But they will spend money on conventional education, which is going to teach you what? Is going to teach you to go work, not even get a job. Just get a skill for no reason. They're going to teach you shit from 1987 from books. They're not going to teach you how to go get a job. They're not going to teach you how to go get a business. And if you go to university in America, you know how much money that costs? Even in Europe, for the most part, uni is free in Europe for the most part. But you got to commit 4 years of your life to it. And then after 4 years, you're going to come out of uni and be like everybody else who realized, okay, I've been doing this for 4 years, and now there's no jobs, which means I got to spend a year looking for a job. And then everybody's complaining about there's no jobs. You know those kind of people? They spent 5 years. They were so sure that this is the perfect thing for your future. 4 or 5 years later, they're broke. Meanwhile, you got Blendy 3D, 17 years old, 6 months, online education, making a better living than fucking, I don't know, you guys, I don't even know what to tell you. So it's unbelievable. And this is why I'm not going to smash my silver play button, because YouTube has taught me a lot. The internet has taught me a lot. Online education is the future. Anybody who doesn't understand this, you guys are missing out. I'm telling you, there's something totally different. There's something totally different about online education. It's going to change the world the same way that the invention of, the invention of the fucking telephone. You don't have to send a pigeon no more. You don't have to go there and tell them anymore. You can just, hey, connect me with such and such. Blendy 3D. Hey, Blendy 3D, what's up? Hey, let me give you some advice. Hey, change this. Boom, he made money. The ability to communicate in that way changes the world. And that's internet education. That's online education. It's exactly like that. Let me ask you guys another question, okay? If you had lots of money, basically, let's say unlimited money. Okay, listen, whether you want to talk about millions or billions or whatever, let's just say that your money is not going to be a problem for you for the rest of your life. You don't ever have to think about money again. What are you going to do? What are you going to do in your life right now? So there are things right now that you're not doing because you don't have a lot of money. For example, right now, maybe not right now, because I don't know. I'm good right here doing what I'm doing already. But let's say, I don't know, next weekend, wouldn't it be fucking amazing to take 5 of my friends and take 5 chicks and get a big fucking boat, a big yacht for the weekend in Dubai and book that fucker and spend about $500,000 on the weekend on a yacht? Wouldn't that be a great fucking time? The reason I'm not doing that is because I don't have $500,000 to just drop on a fucking boat experience just like that, right? But think about this type of stuff. What would you do, guys, if you had an effectively unlimited amount of money? What would you do? The question is, if you can read between the lines, are you going to behave like a degenerate, or are you genuinely going to make the world a better place? Are you going to make people around you happier? Are you going to improve their lives? Are you going to go tell your mom, hey mom, don't worry about that fucking medical bill no more. Mom, you don't have to go clean toilets no more. Dad, don't worry about fucking slaving away on some shitty job trying to support the family. Don't worry, I'll take care of us. I know I'm 18 years old, but look, Dad, look what I did. You don't have to worry about nothing. Go retire. Go spend the rest of your days with mom. Go enjoy yourself. Would you do that, or would you do the former? That's what I'm here to ask you. Somebody at the beginning of the live stream called me out. They said some shit. They said something. They said I'm not a man. I don't know why they said I'm not a man, but it was a person with a picture of Palestine. Let me ask you guys a question. You know, this is amazing to me. You know when the Ukraine war started, 2022, February 24th, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. The Ukraine war started. Now, if you're somebody like me who talks to people who are interested in these types of subjects, you already knew this was cooking for a very long time. You already knew kind of what was going on. But for most people, when this war started, they had no fucking idea what the context is. Nothing, zero knowledge whatsoever. This is probably the first time they heard about Ukraine. They can't name 2 cities in Ukraine, okay? And now that the Ukraine war started, one morning you wake up and you see news. Oh, Putin invades, Putin did this, Putin, okay, now he's attacking. But everybody on Instagram, people who you know for a fact have absolutely zero knowledge whatsoever on the subject, support Ukraine, fuck Putin, support Ukraine. They're posting about it, they're taking sides and criticizing the other side, and they have no idea why. They don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're supporting. They don't know what they're standing against. They have no clue. They genuinely believe that this just happened because one man is crazy. That's it. They took no effort. Listen, this is the type of shit people do when this is compliance. This is following the fucking herd. This is sheep, guys. Sheep. This is what sheep do. You're doing what everybody else is doing. Okay, everybody's posting about Ukraine. The same shit happened Charlie Hebdo when they rocked that fucking comic studio back in what year? Kada to bilo? 2015, ne znam, 2014, 15, I think it was. They rocked that fucking studio in France. Remember Charlie Hebdo? They made a joke about the Prophet Muhammad. They did something just perverted, something just fucking disgusting. They disrespected Islam in a completely disgusting way. And of course, I say of course because I can't, honestly, I'm sitting here, I can't even be mad at those people today. They said, you know what, fuck you, we're shooting the place up. Fuck you, you're not gonna do that. And that's exactly what happened. And all of a sudden, everybody's posting French pictures, France on their profile picture. They don't even know why, they don't know what happened, they don't know the context. They just saw everybody else putting the pictures on. I saw 11-year-olds doing this. Putting France on their fucking profile on Facebook. Supporting France. Why? What are you supporting? Why? Because they disrespected somebody and they got smacked in the mouth. Are you supporting the entire country? What the fuck does the whole country, what does the flag of France have to do with any of this? Are you fucking crazy? You don't know what you're standing for. So I went on Facebook. I was 15 years old. I'll never forget this. And when I saw everybody doing this, I was like, are you people fucking retarded? You don't know what you're fighting for. I said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to put up, I googled because I didn't know what it looked like at the time, the flag of Syria. I googled the Syrian flag because I think at this time there was serious shit taken off in Syria. Okay, lots of people dying. This was at the time when Syria was, well, I mean, there's always war down there, but this was at a time when it was particularly rough down there. I posted a picture of Syria over my profile picture, and I said, listen, guys, every day I googled it. I don't know how many people it was. Every day this many people die in Syria for the past I don't know how many years. This has been going on for such a long time. Nobody's talking about Syria. It's innocent fucking children, women, civilians, just random people getting killed over what? Nobody ever put a picture of Syria on their profile. But now it's the two people who were, let's be honest, they were fucking disrespecting somebody. They got checked. They got fucking shot. Now we're gonna defend this whole. We're gonna stand up for this. Now we're gonna put this picture on our fucking profile. Are you out of your fucking mind? What are you talking about? This was not your decision. It was not your decision. Hey, this is unjust. I'm gonna stand against this. I don't care what anybody else is thinking. This is mine. This was not the case. The only reason you're doing this is because everybody else is doing this. You're a fucking liar. You're a fraud. You're a scam. You're a sellout. You're a fucking sheep. Okay. And this is the same shit that happened with Ukraine. I called my grandpa. Grandpa, what the fuck is happening? Ukraine just went off. Everybody's posting Ukraine on their profile picture. They don't even know why. Why are they defending it? What the fuck? Do you know what you're representing? Do you have any idea why the war in Ukraine started? Do you have any idea about 2014? Do you have any idea about 2008? Do you have any idea about 1999? Do you have any idea about 1991 or 89? Do you have any idea what happened? And you're over here publicly standing against this? You're a fucking moron. You might be right, but you're a fucking moron because you don't even know what you're standing for. You're just fucking shooting the fucking shot, flipping a coin, and you don't even know what you're standing for. It's embarrassing. I'm just letting you guys know. Don't be this type of person. I forgot what point I was trying to make with this whole Ukraine thing. I was trying to talk about something about how... I asked you guys a question about... I can't even fucking remember, but you guys understand. I want to enter school. Guys, listen. If you want to enter school, but you can't find the code... what you do is, when you go to the website, you click on this button right here, 50% off, okay? And that lets you check out with the coupon code YAY100K, okay? Then you can use the code. Nobody talks about Myanmar. I don't even know about Myanmar. I study geopolitics every single day of my life. When I'm eating, you can ask my brother, you can ask anybody who knows me. When I have some spare time, when I'm eating, I put on geopolitical studies, geopolitical analysis. I'm studying about the world. And I don't even know about Myanmar. And you're going to sit here and tell me that you're supporting fucking I don't know what. What are you supporting? You don't know. Guys, everybody's talking about Ukraine and Israel. Do you know what happened in South Sudan? Do you know what could happen in Taiwan? Do you guys have any fucking idea what's going on? Look, Myanmar, you don't even know how, in what ways people are suffering. And you're telling me you're supporting humanity, you want peace by putting a flag on your profile picture. Are you out of your fucking mind? What are you supporting? Do you have any idea how much violence there is in the world? Right now, how many people are suffering in what ways you can't even fucking imagine. And you're going to stand against injustice. You're going to stand against it by putting a specific flag. How about fuck you? How about that? You're not supporting nothing because you're still over here in a comment section arguing videos. If you were supporting them, you'd pick up that AK-47, you'd go down there and shoot people or save people from getting shot. That's what you'd be doing if you were supporting. You're not fooling nobody. How about fuck you? You know what's something that I love about Islam, guys? Something great about Islam. The Muslims, they don't give a fuck. Okay? You see, us Christians, we're kind of like we feel like okay, so it's not really your place to judge somebody. For example, this is something that we try to live by. So you don't really, if you disagree with somebody, or if somebody doesn't agree with you, you're like, oh, God forgive him, he doesn't know what he's doing. You don't want to judge them. You just kind of you're kind of taught from a young age to just remove yourself from stuff that goes against that's his problem. I'm just gonna mind my business. That's kind of what we do, which is it's good, but it has its places. But I think this is wrong. I think this is probably a misinterpretation of Christianity, because there are things that you have to stand up for. Muslims, they don't give a fuck. If you don't agree with a Muslim, he doesn't want to hear it. Fuck you. This is my culture. Fuck you. You do your thing. I'll do my thing. You can't talk to him about it. Which, if you, in some ways, this can be a problem. Of course, this is like if somebody genuinely wants to disagree with you on something, it might be difficult to come to a reasonable conclusion. And sometimes, but in general, since we live in different worlds, this is your culture, this is our culture, this is your world, this is my world. Listen, you're not gonna come over here and tell me how it is. This is how it is. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. You're not. You don't get to talk. They don't take any shit whatsoever, which is cool. Which is something I think that everybody should learn from, especially in the 3D community. Because we're in the 3D community, you got people who grew up on the computer. They never learn how to socialize. They never learn how to fucking stand up for themselves. This is something that everybody should learn, guys. When somebody, if somebody disagrees with you, how about, okay, well, if they disagree respectfully, if they try to approach you in a logical manner, of course, and then you should try and, at least be open to discussion, at least with intelligent people. But if somebody, in general, you don't have to worry about what nobody's thinking. You're doing your thing. You know that you're right. Fuck them. That, of course, comes under the condition that you deeply thought about your decisions and you deeply considered what it is that you're doing. You formed your opinions and your beliefs based on you truly thought about them deeply. You have to understand what it is that you believe in. If you just believe in dumb shit, for example, if you like Ice Spice, if you like whores making terrible fucking sounds that I can't call this music. If you like this, chances are you did not sit there and think, okay, wow, this lovely lady sat and crafted some beautiful sounds. That is something that I really appreciate. You did not come to the conclusion that you like this shit based on that. You came to that conclusion because first of all, you saw titties, which got you to click. Okay, titties, I clicked. And second of all, 100 million views. Okay, all my friends are listening to this. Fuck it. I'm just gonna pretend like I like it too. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. You don't want to be one of those people. All right, guys. Now we're 2 beers in. My brother's playing Stone Rock, and by the way, these are some strong ass fucking beers. Now I'm gonna go answer some questions. All right, I'm gonna go take a leak in the toilet, and we're just gonna go completely off the rails. We're gonna talk about anything. Guys, ask me anything. I'll try to not get myself banned by denying the Holocaust or something like that. I'm just gonna sit here and answer questions, and we can talk about any subject that you guys want to talk about. So now the viewers are gonna drop in and shit like that. So now we can talk about whatever. So think of some good questions, and I'll be right back. Guys, I hardly talk about this whatsoever because when you mention you're gonna do something, people are asking you about it all the time and shit like that. There's a lot of pressure. But I'm writing a new book, which is gonna be a little bit off subject, but it's gonna be on the topic that we're discussing this whole time in this live stream. I'm writing a new book. I'm writing a book which is designed to teach everybody exactly how to do exactly what they're supposed to do to get to where I know that you want to be. All right? I'm writing a new book about this. I'm writing a book about basically every single skill that you're going to have in place if you want to do this, if you want to get there. There's a link in the description for the new ebook. It's a pre-order. I'm writing it. It's gonna put you on fucking track. I see people asking me about negotiation, about how to get clients, about how to get followers, how to use social media and all this. Everything from head to toe. This is designed to be the type of thing that you can give to your little fucking sibling, your little 15-year-old or 12-year-old brother, and he's going to understand how to make money on the internet by selling his professional services. Okay, that's what this book is going to be about. And I'm trying to do this in a way that 20 years from now, I can look back and say, damn, that book was on fucking point. That's the whole point of this book right now. And of course, I know that this is going to be something that most people are going to be like, Aryan, what the fuck are you talking about? This is a 3D channel. Fuck you. This is my channel, okay? It's not a 3D channel. It's Aryan Race. I can talk about whatever the fuck Aryan wants to talk about on this channel. This is something that I know is good for you guys. This is something that I know is good for my audience. This is something that I know is the type of shit that my audience needs. But nobody tells them because everybody's just going for the clicks. Everybody's just going for the new Blender update video, Blender 4 point, whatever the fuck. That's what everybody's talking about. Nobody's talking about real business skills. And I want to teach you guys business skills, all right? The business skills that you're going to need in the modern world. Whatever career you're pursuing, this is all going to be the same thing, okay? And this is what I want to teach you guys with this book. Now, there's a discounted price for the pre-order. I'm planning to release this book by Christmas, as we did last year as well. So the book is coming. Of course, more information inside the Digitally Enhanced Club and all this. But guys, check it out. I think you guys are really going to like it. This is going to be a more slow-paced version of everything that we're talking about on this channel. Do you believe history repeats itself? Yeah, I do believe history repeats itself. Yeah, I said I was going to answer some questions, and we're going to go off topic now. So let's talk about some fucking questions. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed. At least I hope so. There's not supposed to be any ads on this fucking stream because I removed them so that my brother can play music in the background and so that I can mention the word whore and so that I can talk about shooting up Charlie Hebdo. So I can talk about I can talk about the real stuff. I don't want to worry about this video getting demonetized or anything like that. I want to talk to you guys. I want to be honest with you guys. I actually want to teach you stuff. So fuck the ads. I don't want to bother you guys with ads. I demonetize this video. So if you do want to support my channel, you can go support me on Patreon. You can join the Digitally Enhanced Club, and you're also going to learn something. Or you can check out my fucking ebooks. I got this one. I also got a Blender ebook. So check those things out. I don't want to bother nobody with fucking advertisements. My business model here is I'm trying to provide value in exchange for money. I'm not trying to bother you with ads in exchange for money, okay? I'm not trying to suppress my ability to express myself freely in exchange for money. I'm not interested in that. If I'm going to get money, I want to deserve that fucking money by genuinely providing some value in exchange. And if you guys understand me, if you guys believe in the same thing, that's the kind of people that I want to associate myself with. And that's the kind of people the Digitally Enhanced Club is designed for as well. And this fucking ebook that I was talking about a second ago. Now, Aryan, do you believe history repeats itself? Okay. Let's talk about let's break this shit down. When somebody asks you a question, especially when you're drunk like I am right now, you want to break it down first, okay? So things that happened in the past, they're going to happen again. Do I believe that is the case? That is absolutely the fucking case. Because let's think of a good example, all right? In the past, we have seen, let's talk about one of the most shocking things that ever happened in human history. World War II. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, okay? I know this is, for most people, this is like just something you learn about in school. It's history, okay, it happened, whatever. You don't think about it. I want you guys to think about this. I need you guys to understand just how shockingly destructive the Second World War was. It's unfucking believable. It's unprecedented. The level at which humanity broke down in that conflict You cannot fathom that to any degree whatsoever. It's unfucking believable. It's truly shocking that it's possible for humanity, where we were sitting here pretending like life is cool, everything's fine, we're just living our lives, and we're just forgetting. It's unbelievable that humanity can collapse on such a level as it did in the Second World War. It is truly fucking fascinating. It is shocking. It is, to this day, 80 whatever years later, you can sit here. You're not going to be able to overcome the shock if you really think about it. It's really, I have no words to describe it. It is unfucking believable how deeply the fabric of human society has been torn. It's truly shocking. So the question is this going to happen again? Well, there's been wars since the beginning of time. Sometimes they were bigger, sometimes they were smaller. Why did the Second World War happen? Let me try to break down one little element of why the Second World War happened, because of course if you study it, you're going to realize that it's much like the First World War, where they taught you that it's not a single reason. It's more like a million different reasons being put together, and now there was a straw that broke the camel's back. That was the shooting of Franz Ferdinand in fucking Sarajevo. That's what caused the First World War, but really it was a lot of things. It's basically the same shit with the Second World War. But one of the things that allowed the Second World War to play out the way it did was great power politics. Great power politics means that when you have a very powerful country, the same way that when you have a very powerful gorilla in the jungle, that country or that gorilla wants to retain its power. Why? It's not just because you're greedy. You're programmed to be this way because it's the only way to ensure survival. If you're the biggest kid on the block, nobody can fuck with you. Nobody can hurt you. That's the best way to protect yourself. You see, right now, in society, if we're walking around the street, when an Aryan pulls up, he's looking all serious as fuck. Look, he just cut his hair all fucked up and crazy. He's got tattoos and shit. Walking around all angry, leather jacket and sunglasses at night and shit. In regular society on the street, if I could, but I'm not, you know that I'm not going to just grab you by the neck, throw you in a ditch, take your female home by force. You know that I'm not going to do that because there's an authority called the police, which is going to come and beat the fuck out of me and put me in a jail cell. You know that I know this, and as a result, this authority is keeping me in line, so I'm not going to rape you and your female. I'm not going to do nothing crazy like that, okay? So you know this because there's some sort of authority over you. Ever heard the term anarchy? Anarchy is when there is no authority. Anarchy is what is dictating global geopolitics. There is no fucking greater power on the state level. You got countries, you got superpowers, and you got powers, you got small fucking countries. There is no big fucking daddy. There's international courts, but guess what? They're controlled by the most powerful country in the world. In any case, there's no one person like a player or some fucking justice system that can get people to behave or to keep these children from fighting or from playing too rough. There is no such thing. It's an anarchic system, okay? So in other words, you can't just rely on police to come in there and protect you as you can on the street. If you're a country, who are you going to go to? Okay, you can go to Uncle Sam, maybe, but who's Uncle Sam going to go to? Who's America going to go to if somebody's fucking with them? They got nobody to go to. The only way they can ensure their own safety is if they are the most powerful entity in the system. Nobody is more powerful, meaning nobody can fuck with them. That's the only way you can be 100% sure that you're safe. You have to be as powerful as you can, and you got to make sure that nobody else is powerful. Do you guys understand what I'm saying so far? Give me a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Give me a 1 in the chat if you follow me. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. I think it was plain and simple. So now, it's 1933, 1939, 1940. This great power is rising in Europe called Nazi Germany, the Third Reich, right? Very powerful country, eating up everything. A super powerful country, one of the most powerful militaries in the world. Extremely powerful force, okay? But you're over here sitting, you're Uncle Sam. You're Uncle Sam. Or you're the Soviet Union, but in this case, you're the United States of America. And you see this power rising over there in that territory in Europe, which is very important strategically because there's other great powers in there. And if you control that territory, it's a very important piece of land, Europe. If you're in good terms and if you control that land, it puts you in a better position to stay in power. So if you're the United States of America, you want to control Europe because that allows you to retain your power. All right, in simplified, we can break that shit down further if somebody asks how exactly that shit works. But anyway, if you're Uncle Sam, you want to control Europe to protect your own interests, to protect yourself. But now there's this fucking Nazi thing going on where they're taking everything. You can't tell them what to do. They're like, fuck you, I'm gonna do things my way. Conquering all of Europe, building a massive army. He's gonna do whatever he wants to do. It's fascism. They don't give a fuck about us. They're doing things the wrong way. Oh shit. That is a threat to our position. What you call hegemony. Hegemony is when you're a superpower and you have dominance over a certain region of the world and nobody can fuck with you in that region. The same way that if I walk into the gym and I'm the biggest and baddest dude, nobody can fuck with me, you know. And of course, that's a silly little joke. You don't act that way in the gym. It's a civilized society, but you know what I'm talking about. Uncle Sam controls this, and now you want to be a tough guy? How about fuck you? We're gonna it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We're gonna squash that fucking bug just to retain control over that area. Doesn't that make perfect sense? Doesn't that make perfect fucking sense? How about that? So it's in Uncle Sam's interest. It's in the United States' national interest to destroy this entity called Nazi Germany because they want to retain control over this area. Because guess what? Their adversary, the United States, has a massive adversary right over there. Right over there on the other side. Oh fuck, is this gonna show am I about to get doxxed and shot in the head? Okay. It showed Warsaw, Poland, which is okay. Everybody knows I live in Warsaw, Poland, but I don't think it showed my position or anything like that. I don't think anybody saw where I live. But if you did see where I live, come get me. Fight me. At least don't come shoot me in the head. At least fight me. Give me a good fucking chance, alright? So look. Okay, there's no blue marker. We're good. So there's your Uncle Sam, United States. This is your big adversary, the Soviet Union. Alright? So you want to control this area because now you got this Germany thing over here fucking with the whole region. You want to control this area. You want to be on good terms with this area so you can keep this fucker under control because he's the Soviet Union, right? You don't know what he's going to do. The most powerful state in the world. You don't want to, it's 1940s. The Soviet Union is at its peak power, okay? So you're going to do whatever. You're going to figure out a way to crush the fucking Germans. So what do? What happened in Poland, guy? Why did Poland happen the way it went down? I don't want to listen. If I say this stuff, someone's gonna hear me. Oh, you live in Poland. We're gonna come beat your ass up because Polish people are very nationalist. I don't want to disrespect Poland by saying anything bad about them or nothing like that. But in any case, in short, the United States figure out a way to design a situation with their allies, which allows them to convince the world that they have to get involved. They have to come in there and save you from the bad guys. So they're gonna come in there and crush the bad guys. It doesn't matter if it's gonna start the biggest conflict known to man. We're gonna come in there and remove them and save you for the betterment of mankind. That's what we're gonna do, and that's exactly what happened in the Second World War. That's how the Second World War started. It was a collision of great powers trying to retain their power to protect themselves. They will do anything to retain power. Power, as you guys know, it corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely because power is the most important thing in a survival situation. It's the only way you can ensure survival. You will do anything to retain power because you will do anything to survive. You understand? Morals go out the window. You guys can study on Ukraine in the Second World War. Before the Second World War, they were eating children. You will eat your own child if you're starving. There is no morals. There's no boundaries. You will do literally anything that you have to do to survive. That is the number one objective. Nothing is more important than survival. There's no lengths that you won't go to survive. This is, for the most part, how human beings operate. You got martyrs and Christians and stuff like that who will say, in the name of Jesus Christ, I refuse to say such and such. You can kill me. Okay, that's a different story. But for the most part, this is how states act. They will do anything to survive. It does not matter how much damage or how much harm it causes. They will do anything to survive. They will do anything to get more and more power to ensure their survival. Okay, that's one of the many reasons that the Second World War played out the way it did. Okay, let's put it that way. So this is something that happened in history. There was a powerful country that wanted to stay powerful to protect itself. Do you think that today the world is any different? Where a powerful country no longer has to... The United States, they don't want to be powerful anymore. No. They don't... how about this? We'll just give everybody... We're so kind. We're going to support Ukraine. We're going to give them more money. We're going to support them because we love Ukraine. We love you guys. We don't want to be powerful. No. We're going to take our money, I know our people are hungry and our people are fucking homeless and there's all types of shit. There's hurricanes and shit destroying our country. No, no, no. We're gonna take the taxpayers' money, instead of giving it to our own people, we're gonna give it over there to you in Ukraine to fight that fucking Putin. That's how much we love you and care about. That's how generous we are. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that this is what's happening? Are you fucking crazy? So in other words, the same shit is happening today. The same shit is going to continue to happen until the end of days. History definitely does repeat itself. I don't pay attention to politics at all. Would you say this is good or bad? Okay, let's talk about what politics means. I don't want to Google no definition. That goes against my ego would be hurt. I'm gonna Google it. Listen, I'm gonna give it a shot, but I'm gonna give it a crack for. I'm gonna Google it if I don't get a good definition. Politics, really, guys, is the business of relationships between groups of people. That's what politics means. For example, I don't know if you guys ever studied about, for example, if you learn about prison culture in the United States, you hear about prison politics. Prison politics, okay? You got the white guys, you got the black guys, you got the Mexicans, you got the others and all this. They got politics, meaning they don't use the same areas, they don't use the same ways to get to the fucking chow hall. They don't talk to each other. They have certain ways, certain rules by which they have to behave themselves, because otherwise there's going to be all sorts of problems. So you have politics in place. And this is a very, very nuanced science, let's say. It's something that you have to pay close attention to this stuff, because otherwise you're going to get problems. For example, let me give you a very simple example of politics to understand, all right? I understand that in Poland, people are very nationalist. People really, really like their culture. They're really proud of themselves. They're going to fight for their culture. They're going to fight for their country. They're really proud of this stuff. And in my opinion, this is a really good thing, and this is absolutely healthy for a society. Any society that's not this way is sick. The same way that any man that doesn't feel the need to defend his dignity and defend his character is a punk. Poland is not a punk. Okay, Poland is a real fucking country. If you're a man right there, right now, and I say, hey, you are a bitch. And I say, hi, you are a fucking pussy. And you do not feel like, if you do not feel an urge to put yourself in a position where people don't disrespect you this way in front of others, especially, there's something wrong with you. You should feel the need to protect your integrity. That's the way you should be as a human being, all right? I know they're trying to convince you otherwise nowadays. You're not supposed to stand up for yourself. You're not supposed to have opinions. You're supposed to bend to whatever the female is saying and all this shit. Listen, you got something that you believe in. You got to stand fucking by it. You got to be able to stand up for yourself and defend yourself, okay? Of course, don't be an asshole. Make sure that you understand what you're talking about and what you're standing for. But you, as an adult, as a healthy individual, as a healthy entity, you have to be able to stand up for yourself. Poland is an example of a country that does that. Poland doesn't take no shit. Okay, well, everybody else is getting smoked by migrants coming from all over the world, from dirty countries and all this shit. You can see what's happening in all these countries, which I shall not name because I don't want to offend nobody. But you guys know what's going on in all these countries over here. We got all these dirty people coming in and fucking everything up. We know. Let's cut the crap. We know what's going on. Poland refuses. No, fuck you. Fuck you. No. Okay, we're racist. Okay, fine. Fuck you. You're not bringing that shit over here. That's how it is. And I understand as an individual that Polish society is this way. And because of this, I would not, for example, recommend somebody who is a Muslim, if somebody asks me, what's the best place to live? You guys always hear me say, the best place, the best country in the world, the best city in Europe is Warsaw, Poland. You guys heard me say this all the time. That's for me, because I am white, I am Christian Catholic. If you're a Muslim, for example, or if you're somebody from an African country or something like that, I would not recommend that you come live in Poland. It's a totally different situation. It's a totally different experience. They're not gonna see you as one of them. They're not gonna treat you as somebody who belongs here. I can still get by. Well, I still look like I'm Turkish or something, so I gotta be careful. I'm on the line, but you understand. I'm white. I'm Christian. I'm basically, we're kind of the same people, right? So it's much easier for me to fit in here and have a good time. All right. If you're somebody who's black as fucking night, if you're somebody who's from Iran, That's great. Listen, it doesn't make you racist. It doesn't make me racist to acknowledge that you're very different from these people. I'm just saying, these people are not going to like you. They're not going to like you because they want to preserve the integrity of their country. Okay? If that makes them racist, then so be it. But this is politics. This is what politics means. If you understand politics, that means you understand that in Poland, they don't like fucking outsiders. They don't like different people polluting their society with different ideas and different cultures. What you have, a culture that you have in Iran, I think it's a beautiful culture. I think it's great. But the same way that you don't think it would be great for 10 million Poles or Balkans to come over to your country, that probably wouldn't be a good idea to bring 30 million Americans in there, because that would pollute your culture. It can be great in America, it can be great in Poland, but it wouldn't be good in Iran. It wouldn't be good if it mixes with your people, okay? You understand this. This is pure politics. We have to maintain a degree of segregation in a respectful manner. The same way that this person has his own apartment right next door to me, but they have their own door to keep me out. And I'm going to respect that, because I know if I come in there, there's going to be problems. This is their private space, the same way this is my private space. This is where I do my thing, this is where they do their thing. He's fucking his wife over there, I'm fucking my female over here. We're doing our own separate things, and we're going to respect each other. That's politics, all right? And this is why you have to understand how people are going to respond to other people, you have to understand the interactions between different groups, the way different groups see each other, the relationships between different groups and societies, so that you can predict the future potentially. You understand that if the news is telling you there's a certain war happening because of a crazy man, you can know, wait a minute, that's not that fucking simple. It's not just because he's fucking crazy. It's not what they're telling me it is. I understand that this is happening because this and this and this. And now, of course, because of politics, they want to convince me that it's that way so that I would stay on this team. But if I use my fucking head, if I analyze the politics, I know that what's happening is this. And it's perfectly reasonable that this person is responding this way. So you can logically understand what's going on, and nobody can tell you otherwise. That's why you gotta understand politics. Otherwise, you're gonna be manipulated into just dumb. What are you concerning yourself with? Video games? The new Nicki Minaj concert? Is that what you're worried about? What the fuck else is there to worry about? You gotta understand how people interact with each other, so that when you travel, which you should, to another country, for example, when you see Aryan next year, perhaps coming to Belarus, Minsk, Aryan understands full well exactly how Minsk operates, exactly how the Belarusians are. He understands their relationship with the Russians. He understands their relationship with the Ukrainians. He understands their relationship with the Poles. You got to adjust your behavior accordingly, okay? And you got to show these people the respect that they deserve in their society. You can't come in... I can't go down there to fucking Iran with my girl in a fucking miniskirt. That would just be straight up disrespectful. I can't go to Saudi Arabia or fucking, I don't know, United Arab Emirates with my girl. In my world, it's normal. In my world, I'm a fucking Westerner. I'm from Croatia. I'm from a Western society. I'm probably that way because Uncle Sam came in here and influenced us all with their liberal ideas and all this. But in my world, it's okay to have tattoos. It's okay to show some skin. If you're a girl, it's not a problem to have to wear a skirt in public. I don't want you to dress like a whore, but in my world, it's not a big fucking deal. Okay? But I know that in Saudi Arabia, perhaps in some places, it is a big deal. This is very disrespectful, and I'm not gonna go down there and disrespect their culture by bringing a girl who's dressed like a whore. I'm not even gonna go down there and bring a girl who's wearing anything even remotely revealing, because I know it's disrespectful. In fact, I'll try to cover up my tattoos. I'll try to put away my cross. I know they don't like that shit over there. I know that they prefer to keep their culture pure. I'm not gonna go down there and disrespect them by trying to bring my own thing into their society. That's politics, and that's why you gotta understand how people work, how people think, because you want to be able to conduct yourself so you can get along with those people, so you can have decent relationships. Okay? If I go down there like a scumbag with my cross out, fucking tank tops showing all this skin and all this, and with my girl dressed like a fucking whore, if I go down there, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Are you crazy? And they're not gonna want to talk to you. And perhaps you're gonna get prosecuted. Who knows what you're gonna do? You're gonna be an outcast. You're not gonna get by very well. You want to understand how other people think, and you want to understand the relationships between different people if you want to get by in life. That's why politics is important. And if you're a grown man, you have to concern yourself with these things. You have to make an effort to study this. So there's no time for fucking video games. Instead of video games, you should be learning about politics. If Aryan used sophisticated language, people would think he is someone like Jordan Peterson. Yeah, I really admire when people use sophisticated language like that. But I feel like if I were to conduct myself that way, it would be a totally different... I try to, for example, when I write, I try to communicate in a very professional manner. But this is more like boys' locker room. You guys wouldn't be listening to me if I was over in a suit and a tie talking about The reason everybody should learn about geopolitics is because, listen, I'm over here with my fucking ink on me and my tank top and I'm yelling and I'm cussing. That's why you guys find this shit entertaining. That's how I can deliver my message. Greetings from Poland. Greetings from Poland, Mateusz Wodkowski. I'm right here with you. I'm looking for another question, guys. I'm looking for another good subject for discussion. Someone said, I think he is inspired by Andrew Tate. Listen, not a day goes by that somebody says this is the Andrew Tate of Blender. Guys, when you look at a guy like Andrew Tate, for example, okay, he's super fucking rich. Very, 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 very good at communicating. Ripped. Very extroverted, very good at conducting himself, very good at networking, very good at pretty much anything you can think of. He's good at it, all right? Of course, assuming you're smart enough to understand that all the charges against him, this complete fucking nonsense. There's no evidence for this whatsoever. They're just putting it to, attaching that to his name to make him shut up, right? Everybody knows this by now. But if you look at this guy, like, that is somebody you should probably look up to. In general, of course, there are things about him which you don't have to agree with. You don't have to agree with the idea of sleeping with 750 women. Of course, you can sit there and have things that you dislike him. But to not be inspired by somebody who's objectively better a man than you in every single way, I think that's just delusional. I think as we're growing up, you should look for people who have things which are admirable, such as being very fit, being very successful, being very motivational to others, being very inspirational, being very good at communicating, being very knowledgeable and intelligent. If you see that in a person, you should look up to them. Someone asked me if I'm playing a character. I don't know. I kind of feel like if you're going through life, you have to develop a certain character. All right? I'll tell you this. I try not to have a different character on the internet than I do in real life. Okay, I try to make it the same shit. I try not to have a certain personality online just to be, I don't know, whatever. I try to make it the same person. When I was a little boy, when I was a teenager perhaps, I realized, okay, I have to be this and this kind of man if I want to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. I have to speak this way. I have to look this way. I have to use my body language this way and that way. I have to look people in the eye when I talk to them. I have to use this tone of voice. I have to have a beard like this, haircut like this. Okay, I want tattoos. I want to be jacked. I want to be strong. I've constructed this character, kind of like when you build something in a video game. When I was 17 years old, I was like this, all right? I've put this together, and I realized this is who I want to be, and if I am this guy, my life is going to be better. So I've worked ever since then to build myself into that person, because I understood that this is the person that's going to know what to do. They're going to get us through life better. And that's kind of the character that I'm playing technically, all right? It's just such a central part of who I am. There's my personality is something different, which is something that is, I would say, something that is beyond my control, okay? But certainly, I think I do play a character, and I think everybody else does, if they're smart, play a character, because you understand, okay, the way the world perceives you is very important, so you have to pay attention to how you present yourself, all right? That has a huge impact on your experience in life. If I go out in public, for example, right now, like a bum, didn't brush my fucking teeth, didn't brush my hair, my dirty stained sweatpants, and I'm sweating and I smell and I look like a gorilla. If I go out in public like that, people are not going to want to talk to me. People are going to think, oh, look at that fucking scumbag again. They're not going to want to, you know how you are when you're in a dirty fucking hobo that smells a mile away, pulls. Nobody wants to talk to that fucker, okay? So, I understand that with minimal effort, if I just brush my fucking hair a little bit, brush my teeth, I don't have any dirty, filthy clothes. I have decent clothes. I put on the decent shoes, which I put on either way. And when I go to public, I make myself presentable. And I make sure that I'm in the right energy for being in public. Okay, I make sure that I'm a positive person. I make sure that I'm kind of, open to conversation with strangers. I basically put on an act, which ensures that my experience going to the grocery store is going to be better. Can you call that fake? Maybe. Have you ever heard about the political situation in Georgia? I'm aware that Georgia, I believe, is the first war in Europe in the 21st century, because Georgia basically had the same shit that's happening in Ukraine today on a smaller scale. NATO said, hey, we're going to bring you in. And Georgia got a little bit cocky a little bit too early, and then they stood up to Russia. They said, how fuck you, Russia, now we're NATO. But they weren't NATO yet, so Russia came in there, no, you're not NATO yet. You're not going to talk shit to us. You're not going to disrespect us. You're not going to bring this NATO shit into your fucking country. You're not going to provoke us in whatever ways it was that they provoked them in Russia. Squashed them like a bug on the table, all right? And it's basically the same thing happening in Ukraine today. Aragorn is a better idol for masculinity than Tate. Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. What can Aragorn teach you about the modern world and how to get by in the modern world? That's a fictional movie, my friend. Aragorn, I watched all this stuff when I was a kid. I know what the Lord of the Rings is about. I read all the books. I know what this is about. It's a cool character, but this is in no way going to be beneficial for you in the modern world. There's nothing you can apply that you've learned from this character. Okay, you can pick up a sword and learn to fight orcs. Is that going to help you in the modern world? Probably not. I'm struggling to lose weight and I'm still trying. Okay, what's the struggle? What are you struggling with? Okay, you know you're not supposed to eat. Count your fucking calories. If you're trying to lose weight, the first thing that you should do is Google how to lose weight, and the first thing that's gonna come up is you're supposed to be in a caloric deficit. Okay, what's a caloric deficit? It means you eat less calories than your body needs, which means that your body's gonna use the fat to supply itself, which means you're gonna burn fucking fat. So if you're trying, that's the first thing you're gonna have out of the way. So what's the struggle? Somebody asked, why do you glaze state? I don't know what does that even mean. But it sounds like a way to twist my words, because I said something nice about Tate. Let me just make sure I know what the word glaze means. Glaze. I have no idea what the word glaze, according to the definitions I'm finding on the internet, has to do with the context of this discussion. So you're gonna have to elaborate on that one. Making money is not the only thing that makes you man. It's not the only thing that makes you man, because you can be the richest guy in the world, but if you're a punk bitch, if you're a little pussy, I can take you, swipe you to the side, because your girl is gonna like me more than she likes you, because I have a beautiful looking, manly looking body. I'm a big, strong guy. I walk around with my chest up. I walk around, I speak to people, I look them in the eye. I'm honest. I walk around like I'm not afraid. So when girls see that, they respect that and they like that. You can be the richest guy in the world. If you don't have those qualities, your girl's not going to want to fuck you. She's going to want to fuck me even if I just came out of prison and I'm dead broke. So it's not the only thing that matters. You're definitely right. Making money is not the only thing that makes you man. But it's a big part of being a man, because making money means that you're able to provide people with the stability that they need in life. You need money to put the roof over your head. You need money to put the food under your nose. You need money to take care of your parents. You need money to pay for your medical bills. You need money to pay for gas, to pay for transportation, to pay for clothes. Money allows you to live a decent life. Okay, that's why you need to understand money. Can you be rich and fat? Yeah. But I think if you want to be rich, you first got to understand how to be fucking not fat, because that's the first thing you got to get. If you don't have enough discipline to bring yourself into decent shape, I'm not going to say you can't get rich. You can get rich, but the idea of discipline is not installed in you the correct way. So I would highly recommend this to anybody. I think life is better. I would rather be fucking... Okay, well, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd rather... If you told me I'll give you $10 million, but you got to put on 20 kilos. I know how to burn 20 kilos because I've been in fitness for 8 years. I know how this shit works. But in general, if you're somebody who aspires to be rich and successful one day, you can... How about you start by focusing on fitness and being fucking ripped and figure out how to do that like a professional, do it properly, and then you can think about money and building a business and all that. Don't you think there's a lot of competition in 3D, especially product visualization? Sure there is. Sure there is. If you're competing by price, there's a lot of competition because there's an Indian guy that'll do it for $2. But if you're competing by offering something which is genuinely unique, then you're not going to have any serious competition. Aryan, give me some weight loss tips. Eat less calories than your body burns and work out. Google it, how to lose weight. It's literally the simplest thing in the world. You could have found that answer much quicker by Googling it than by asking in the chat. Not that I don't want to help you. I love fitness, but I'm just saying your question is very simple. And if you actually want to lose weight, just Google it. It's so simple. The problem is that you have to stay consistent. You have to stay on fucking game. You have to keep doing what Google told you to do, meaning eat less calories than your body consumes, and you got to work out on a regular basis. That's the hard part. And everybody's thinking, oh, no, there's something else that's wrong. It's not because I'm not working out. It's because of something else. That's all it takes. There you go. Benza knows. Benza's fucking ripped, guy. Benza is fucking ripped. Benza's got abs like you guys don't. You guys have no idea how athletic this individual is. All right? You want to know how to lose weight? Well, Benza was always fit because he grew up in sports. But Benza's fucking jacked. So put some respect on his name. And guys, if you want to talk to Benza, if you want to talk to me and other people who are into fitness, this is why we got the Digitally Enhanced Club. So there's still a fucking promo code in the description. There's a discount. All right? 100K special. We talk about this type of shit because this all ties into your ability to succeed as anything in life. If you want to, listen, guys, if I'm jacked, I qualify. Listen, when I go lift weights at the gym, I'm strong as fuck. I'm 85 kilos. I don't look like a huge guy. I'm 85, 181 centimeters, okay? I'm 85, 86 kilos. I'm not an enormous individual. But I can deadlift more than anybody else in the gym. Most gyms I go to, for the most part. There's maybe in bigger gyms, there's a couple of guys that can deadlift more than me. But I definitely don't look as strong as I am. So when I put on 200-something kilo on the deadlift and I pull that fucker, people notice this. And the big guys are like, holy shit, this guy's strong. And now they're going to be like, damn, man, nice deadlift. Or maybe I'll tell him, nice deadlift. Shit, man, what did you do? How do you train? What do you eat? Blah, blah, blah. Now we're talking. I'm talking to the big guys now, okay? And guess what? The last time I talked to somebody like this, I was talking to the other strong guy at the gym in Budapest. Turns out that he has his own 3D studio. This is the type of shit. You can't make this shit up. So fitness is directly related to your success in life in general. And this is the type of shit that we teach inside the club. So you guys get your shit together. Get jacked. I'm telling you, life is a totally different experience. Because when you're jacked, you can walk into a bar with students and shit. When I don't know, when I was jacked when I was 17. I had big fucking arms. I was benching 2 plates at 80 kilos. That was fucking strong, right? So when you pull up somewhere, you got your chest up and shit. You know that you've earned this. You've earned your masculinity. You're walking around. You know that you're a strong fucking man. You know that you're a powerful creature right here. When you pull up somewhere like this, especially when you're with a girl, you walk with a certain level of confidence because you understand that you've deserved your presence. You've deserved a certain degree of arrogance. Nobody can fuck with you. I have my opinions. What are you going to do about it? It doesn't mean that you're going to go on bullying people by any means. You got to be respectful. In fact, it teaches you to be respectful towards other people. But you carry yourself with a certain degree of certainty that people notice from a mile away. Life is so much better. You bring a girl to a bar that's filled with punks. If I bring a girl to a bar and the bar is filled with punks, maybe if I go to Denmark or something, listen, Denmark is a great place, but let's be honest, in Denmark there's a lot of punks. When I pull up in a bar in fucking Denmark or something, a lot of times, maybe not in the bar where there's Vikings and football fans and all this, but I'm talking about just like a regular student bar, and I'm a Balkan student. When I was 20, they thought I was 30. I pull up there with a girl. She notices all these guys who are maybe 27, they look like they're 18. They fucking freeze. They shit themselves. No, of course, I'm exaggerating. I'm not trying to be a tough guy or nothing like that. I'm just telling you, when you pull up with a certain degree of confidence, which is earned by your physical, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Your physical presence, right? Earns you a certain level of confidence. When you pull up somewhere, people notice this. And the girl notices, damn, look, this guy stands out. Look, other men respect him. Oh, you know what? I like this guy. You know what? I'm going to go. He's going to say something dirty, but I'm going to skip it. Jeldy asks, hi, how old are you and at what age you decided to start learning 3D? How long it took you? You gotta guess how old I am. But I started this when I was like 14 or something. Give me a ballpark of how much bread you make as a 3D artist. I respectfully refuse. Like I said before, I'm dead broke. Dead poor. I have no money. What are you talking about? I'm over here making a live stream about how to make a lot of money. What do I know about making money? I'm dead poor. How do I learn topology? Watch tutorial. Watch Thomas Cole in 3D. Do you think that it's a good idea to try and find clients in the country where you live if 3D industry is not that popular and developed here yet? Well, it doesn't matter what the industry is. You have to understand what kind of value you can bring to the world with your 3D skills. And then you're gonna realize that it doesn't have anything to do with the 3D industry necessarily. There's a lot of things that there's a lot of businesses that can benefit greatly from 3D, especially because there's no 3D industry in your country. That means there's more place for innovation. My friend, who's an architect in Romania, one of my best friends, he's an architect in Romania, and he studied in Copenhagen. I lived in Copenhagen. Together, he was my roommate, one of my roommates. We lived together, we studied together. He studied architecture. In Denmark, architecture and construction is a lot more advanced than it is in Romania. So when he came back to Romania, he realized, damn, these people are 100 years in the past. Denmark is 100 years in the future. But what that means is you brought a whole new set of ideas to that market, which means now you have such a competitive advantage because these people have never heard of it. You learn from Denmark, one of the most advanced and developed countries, I don't want to say in the world, but you understand what I'm telling you. So it's good if the industry is not developed. You just got to have a little bit of an entrepreneur mindset where you're finding where there is demand and you're going to figure out a way to fill that gap. Someone guessed I'm 23, another person guessed I'm 28, and then someone said I'm around 24, I guess. Jeldy nailed it, I'm 24. But do you at least sustain yourself solely by doing Blender? When you say sustain yourself, do you mean do I with Blender earn an amount of money which is enough for me to stay alive with a roof over my head and food under my nose? The answer to that question is yes. I'm looking for some good questions in the chat, guys. I'm looking for something worth talking about. What is the ultimate purpose of life and how do you define it? Let's fucking go. Where do you find businesses? Okay, let me save some of these. We talked about this punk on Instagram. Let me save some of these over here. I'll take screenshots because I got to scroll all the way up the chat to see all the chats to find some good topics. But I want to be down there with you guys in the new part of the chat. How do you make an 8-way pipe with correct topology? Gonna ask Thomas Collin. I'm from USA. I'm curious about your thoughts about Trump. Red Gunner said so. I can't wait to answer this question for you. If Red Gunner is still here, I'm gonna get to your question because that's an excellent question. How do you handle negotiations? Let's talk about that as well. I'm saving these little screenshots over here so I can get back to them. Do you support the ideology of imperialism? I consider it outdated and irrational. I don't want to talk about that one. Where do you find businesses who need 3D ads or want your 3D services? I think we already beat that horse to death. I think you were crazy, but when you said 2014, I thought you were crazy, but when you said 2014, 28, 1993, I know that you're not. Hello from Georgia. Oh, thank you, Rezi Cole. Okay, let's go back down to new chat. How long should we learn Blender to start earning some money? Well, it's not about learning Blender. It's about learning to use... It's more about... Listen, let me explain it like this. It's not about learning Blender. It's learning about how to make money. If you know how to make money, you can do it with anything. For example, I know how to build muscle. I know how to get strong. I don't need no equipment at the gym. I don't need no fucking trainer. I don't need no supplements. You can put me in a jail cell. I know how to get fit. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. All right? That's kind of an analogy for... You have to understand how to make money. If you know how to make money, everything else is less of a problem. You just know how to make money. Okay, this is how you make money. I'm going to do it with this asset, with this tool. All right? Blender 3D. So you got to focus more on making money. That's the point of this channel nowadays, is business, money, online business. How do you monetize this shit, right? What I missed? Already you missed a lot, but now we're going to get to some good questions. Okay, so somebody asked me, The first question I want to talk about, what is the ultimate purpose of your life? So my life in particular. The question is not about life in general. The question is my life, Aryan. What is the purpose of Aryan's life? Okay. I came out of the womb. The year was 2000. I didn't gain consciousness until like 3. I remember being in an elevator. Somebody asked me how old you are. I didn't know how to say it. I just showed them like this. I remember this. And then I developed into a human, and I at a very young age, I understood mortality. I understood that one day I'm going to be in that grave and it's going to be over. They're going to be putting me down into the ground. I was like 6 years old in grandma's house. I remember this. I was lying there one night, and I was like, holy shit. I was trying to sleep, and I was like, holy shit. I'm going to be fucking dead one day. That's going to happen. There's nothing I can do. I sat up like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. I'm going to die. What the fuck? I thought about this. I was like 5, 6 years old. Okay, so I understood from a young age that I got one life. As far as I'm aware, as far as I know, I got this one existence in terms of being in control of a physical being. Right now, I only get one chance at being Aryan in this life, all right? With the parents that I had and being born in the country. Okay, this is the only one time. So, let's figure out what's the best thing I can do? What can I do with this time that I have over here on the planet? All right, is there anything I'm supposed to do? Is there anything I have to do? What are my responsibilities? You know, I was thinking about, okay, what's the point of all this shit now? And then you realize, okay, there's laws, but laws are made by other people and they're not always just. These are just human beings who have no higher level of judgment than you do because they're humans. They're not God. They made laws under their own logical conclusions, and as an adult, I can come to my own logical conclusion. I don't need no law to tell me not to beat up a fucking child. I'm an adult. I know better than to beat up a fucking child, or I'm a Christian. God told me that. I'm fine. So I realized, okay, there's laws, but that's, a lot of times bullshit. Okay, there's what everybody else is doing. When you're a kid, okay, this is what your parents are doing, so you're going to copy them, which is why you got to be careful around children, guys, because if you're behaving a certain way around children, the child is going to think, okay, somebody who I look up to, this big adult, he's doing this, okay, I better do that. Monkey see, monkey do. We talked about sheep earlier in the podcast. So I quickly realized that most people are doing stuff just because other people are doing it, and no other reason. Okay, well, that doesn't mean that they know what they're doing. That doesn't mean that's what I should be doing, because most people, like we discussed before, are out here listening to whores who are putting out sounds which they call music, and then they shake their asshole on camera, and most people are over here supporting and celebrating. This is garbage. It's not even fucking music, and this is what most people are okay with. And if you say something bad about it, now you're just a hater. Okay, I'm a hater. Okay, so most people are fucking retarded. Okay, that's not going to be how I'm going to decide the purpose of my life. I don't care what nobody else is doing. Fuck that. So what else is there to do? All right, well, then I figured out, well, I'm a human being. I'm a man. I'm a male human being, which means I have certain things programmed into me. As a man, you have certain desires. Okay, as a man, if you're a masculine man, okay, you want to fuck all the women, you want to have all the power in the world and all this. Of course, you got to keep that shit in check too, because otherwise you're going to become a savage. All right, so what the fuck am I going to do? Where's the balance? Well, over time, through a series of events of all sorts, I realized that probably the best thing for me to do in terms of what's making me happy and what's making others happy, I want to try and have the most positive impact on the world that I can have. That's kind of what I realized through so far. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm only 24 years old. I can't sit here and confidently tell you I know exactly what the point of life. I'm 24 years old. I don't know what the fuck do I know, right? This is just right now, this is how I feel. I think that for now, I can't be wrong with this one. I just want to try and be positive, live a positive life, make the lives of others positive, and then when I'm done, when I'm dead, when I get hit by a bus or whatever happens to me, who the fuck knows, I'll be like, okay, well, I did my part. I was cool, whatever. I'm ready to go to the next stage. And I think there is a next stage, but since you didn't ask, I'm not going to talk about the next stage. I'm from the USA. What are your thoughts about Trump? I first heard about Donald Trump when I was 15 years old. I went to the United States of America on some kind of academic competition. They sent us to New York and Boston and New Haven, Connecticut. And I had in my team an American girl from school who I really liked and respected. She was really cool. She was really smart. She was really nice and all this. But I remember she would always talk about Donald Trump. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, he's a new candidate for president, elections and all this. Okay, but she would be really upset about. She really wouldn't like him. She would criticize him, oh, Donald Trump, this and that. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't have no fucking idea. And then, I don't really care about American politics in terms of domestic. I care about American politics to the degree where they affect the rest of the world. They affect the world I live in. I don't really care about what's going on in California and Texas. That's none of my business. That's your business. I think it would be rude of me to concern myself with this stuff and to act like, I'm trying to tell you guys your business. You guys figure it out over there. That's your fucking land. It's your people, whatever. Donald Trump is a human being, from my perspective, a human being who happened to be president, okay, for whatever reason. And then, as with any other people who I clearly figured out that they're influential, they're important, they're clearly significant in the world, I'm going to try and understand who this person is. So maybe I'll go Wikipedia, read about them. When you go to Wikipedia, they're just writing shit about him. So I figured, okay, well, this article is clearly designed only to criticize him. I don't know if you guys noticed, maybe it changed now, but the Wikipedia article for Donald Trump is literally worse and more critical than the Wikipedia article for Hitler. For Hitler, it just seems very, very neutral. It just talks about the historical facts and that's it. When you read Donald Trump's article on Wikipedia, it's just constant insulting and just like pointing out the worst things about him. It's like they don't talk about anything else, just bad things about him. I was like, okay, there's no way. This is not fair. What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck Wikipedia. Okay, well, at some point, somewhere I heard that other people who I would look up to, other people who I would follow, they expressed their appreciation for Trump. So I thought, okay, well, this person that I look up to and I think is very intelligent and positive and inspirational and good, he approves of Donald Trump. And this other guy does as well. Okay, so this Donald Trump might be a good guy. Let me check it out. I'm not going to sit here and support him just because somebody else supported him. But maybe there's something in him which maybe I can find useful, maybe I can find positive and beneficial. So far, I think that's a very logical way to look at it, right? Anybody who disagrees, I think you're retarded anyway, so it's not my opinion, it's a fact. But then I learned, oh yeah, shit, Donald Trump, turns out that he was one of the most successful real estate developers in the history of the United States. He was a very successful guy. But I remember growing up hearing about, it's because his father was rich, so, he was born into a silver spoon in hand and all this, fortunate son and all this shit. So he's not really that good a businessman. He was just rich already. Okay, well, so I Googled, Donald Trump. I watched a documentary about his father, Fred Trump. I was just curious. I'm curious. I Googled Donald Trump like I Google anything else. The First Crusade, the Second Crusade, Prophet Muhammad, Putin, fucking Khrushchev, fucking Stalin, Hitler, Ho Chi Minh, anybody else, any other popular individual. I like Googling this type of stuff and educating myself about it. And it turns out that, well, Donald Trump's father was nowhere even close, not even comparable in success to where Donald Trump was, okay, when he was in his prime or where he is today. So Donald Trump's father was a very successful guy, but I realized that in order to get from the level of what his father could have allowed him to have to where he is today, it's still an unbelievable and extremely impressive amount of work and success in general. Whatever you think about his politics, this is a fact. He's a businessman and he's built a great fucking business. Nothing to say about maybe he's a scammer, maybe he's a cheater, maybe he's... I don't know nothing about that at this stage. I'm just seeing he built a huge fucking business. So he's clearly involved in the business game. He knows more about business than anybody in my family because he's clearly built a fucking business. How he built it, I don't know yet. But clearly he's somebody who's been in the business game. Okay, so maybe he knows something about the real estate business. I'm just thinking maybe it's a crazy idea that I think Donald Trump knows something about this. You know what? Let me look up a podcast with Donald Trump. He's the president of the United States, the most powerful country in the world. Let me look up if I can see a podcast. I want to see how this guy conducts himself, what he believes in, how he speaks, what is he about? How does he present himself as a person? Oh, look at that. Some of the podcasts that I would follow otherwise, he's been there. Then turns out he's been on Joe Rogan as well. Turns out he's been on, other podcasts from a long time ago. Oh, look, this guy conducts himself like a gentleman on a podcast. This guy clearly knows what he's talking about. He doesn't sound like he's scripted. He just sounds like a dude telling you, answering questions and stuff like that. Surely there's an agenda. He doesn't want to be asked about his support for Israel, probably. He doesn't want to be asked about that. But in general, he seems like he doesn't give a fuck. He's just going to tell you. Which is not the feeling I got from other politicians or other people. So I thought, okay, well, this sounds intriguing to me. Well, I think that's respectable. Regardless of whether or not I agree with him, I think he's somebody who's just telling it like he thinks it is. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just being honest, from my perspective. Okay, cool. That's great. And then I read a couple of his books. Turns out this guy's got some phenomenal fucking books, and I recommend everybody read his books, regardless of what you think about his foreign policy or his domestic policy. He's got some great fucking books on business. The guy's a multi-billionaire. You're in no position to criticize his business experience. That's my conclusion so far. So I think he's a cool guy. And I feel like I've learned... Listen, one thing that we can all agree on, even for you people who I know hate Trump to the grave, all right? If you look at Donald Trump's children, he raised them very well. Which, there's no discussion about this. If anybody disagrees with this, you're simply not... You're not an adult. You're not a rational human being. You have to look at what you're talking about, because there's no discussion about this. He raised his children very well. And you can see that if he's ever asked, okay, how did you raise your children? One of the things he would point out is no cigarettes, no alcohol, no drugs, nothing like that. They would just hammer this into his children's head, which is objectively a good fucking thing. There's no way anybody can disagree with it. So that's a good thing about Trump, if nothing else. And I think that's a great way to raise your children. Will the live stay on the channel? Absolutely it will. Let's answer another question. I don't want to talk about negotiating and stuff like that. Marlon, I'm going to tell you about an interesting negotiation situation that I'm going through right now with a very big potential client. I'm going to write about it more in the club once it unfolds in a way where I think, okay, now it's time to talk about it. But I'm going through some very, very interesting negotiations right now, and I'm going to write more about that in the Digitally Enhanced Club. So we're going to talk about it. Right now, I want to go a little bit more off topic, but it's a very important question, because this is a skill that you have to have if you want to make it in this business, right? Let me bring up one thing about negotiation. All right, I'm gonna touch on the subject a little bit, since we were talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I believe, taught that you're in no position to negotiate if you're not prepared to walk away. If you're not in the position where you're just willing to say, okay, no, I'm not interested, goodbye, then you cannot negotiate. Because to negotiate means to meet a mutual agreement. So, for example, let's talk about negotiation on a monkey level. All right. Here's negotiation. I am a man, a fully grown man, all right, 80 whatever kilos, right? I'm an adult, and I'm a grown man, and I've been training basically my whole adult life. I'm incapable of violence. I can hurt another person. That's not to say I'm a tough guy, or I would, but let's just call it what it is. With the physical body of a grown man, it's something that can hurt other people, all right? If you don't control it. I'm capable of doing this. So let's say I'm with a girl walking around. I got her by the hand. Because my girl holding my hand. It looks like savage. I'm holding it like this, more gently. I'm with a girl, okay? And then maybe there's another dude who's bigger than me, tougher than me, scarier than me, right? Coming up the other way, right? So, and now, since he's a monkey, just like me, we're monkeys, we're animals at the end of the day, we're apes. He's thinking, oh shit, look at that attractive female. That guy's a little bit smaller than me. That's an attractive female. I want her. I like her. Maybe I could have her. Maybe I want her. How about that? And then, once he expresses his desire by checking her out, maybe he's catcalling her or something, I'm over here holding her by the hand. I'm going to establish my position. And I'm going to say, okay, well, no, that is a stupid fucking example. I was going to say something like, well, okay, you cannot come and touch her. You cannot come and take her because I'm capable of violence, so we can negotiate to that. I'm going to fuck you up. But you can look at her. That's not a problem for me. I was going to make a point about negotiating like this, but it's a stupid fucking example. Anyway, in short, what I want to say is you have to have some form of leverage over people if you want to negotiate. So you have to put yourself in a position of maximum leverage. If you're with a girlfriend right now, that's negotiation. You're negotiating. Okay, how often do you want to have sex? How do you want her to speak to you in front of other people? Do you want her to massage your shoulders every night or no? Do you want her to cook you dinner? Do you want her to give you kisses? Do you want her to call you every night or no? Do you want her to make you lots of children? What do you want from your girlfriend? What does your girlfriend want from you? Does she want you to be able to protect her from attackers? Does she want you to be her emotional support? Does she want you to have sex with her? Does she want you to provide her with financial support? Does she want, what does she, right? So everybody has different interests in this relationships, right? So you're going to negotiate with a girl. For example, I'll negotiate with a girl. Okay, hot girl. I want to fuck, right? Hot girl, I want her, for example, also to give me a shoulder massage after I come back from the gym. This is what I would want from a girl, of course, right? That's a great thing. I would also want when I'm talking to my friends, all right, I would want my girl to be pleasant and nice and respectful. I wouldn't want her to try and inject herself into the conversation like she's one of us. Like the degree of conversation I have with my brother and my best friends, like we're fucking dudes, right? I wouldn't want my girl trying to inject herself as if she's one of us. She's not. We're different. You're a girl. What the fuck do you know about business? All right, please. In general, this is how it is. I wouldn't want that. So I'm gonna sit here and say, listen, I do love you. I want to fuck you. I think you're really pretty. I want to have children with you and all this, but I don't want you to inject yourself into my conversation with my boys. And then maybe she's going to be like, oh, no, but I want to. What am I, not your friend? No, whatever. Okay, well, if I'm not prepared to walk away from that, there's no way I can tell her not to do it. I can say, okay, well, then you can do it. Then you can inject yourself. And what am I going to do? Nothing. She rejected my request, and that's it. But if I have leverage over her, meaning that, okay, for example, I am the person in your life who is the biggest emotional support that you can have. I'm the person who is your closest friend. I'm taking care of you in every way. I'm taking care of you financially. I'm protecting you. I'm your emotional relief. I'm always here for you. If you're in a bad mood, you can call me. I'll put you in a good mood. I'll tell you a couple of jokes. You can come over. We can go on a cool date. I put all this shit on the table. I've worked hard to build the man that can offer all this to you. And now I'm making a simple request for you to shut the fuck up. All right, when the time requires it. That's all I'm asking of you. And you're gonna tell me no. Okay, well then I'm sorry, but given what I have, given the leverage that I have over you, I'm going to withdraw because I don't need this shit. I'm prepared to walk away. I'm gonna invest my shit somewhere else where I'm gonna have somebody who's going to give me better value for money. You understand what I'm saying? And she's gonna think the same thing. Oh, look at this fucking asshole. He doesn't want to let me hang out with his friends. You know what? Fuck this guy. I have a big booty. I can go attract some other guy who's gonna let me talk to his friends. She's thinking the same. And then we're gonna break up. So if you're not willing to walk away from the deal, you're fucked. There's nothing you can do. You got to be prepared to walk away. You got to be in a position of abundance. You got to be in a position of, if this doesn't work out, that's fine because I got something else. That's basic negotiation for you. I'm sorry to say it. So, and you know what? I'm not sorry. That's just how it is. It's the same thing. Negotiation is one of the most important skills in life. In friendship, relationships, business, family, anything in life. PackTube says, I really don't understand why that thumbnail of the video. I've always respected you because you're not playing with our feelings, but that thumbnail, why? Okay, so what he's saying is that it's in somehow the thumbnail that I posted, he does not respect it because it somehow plays with people's feelings. This is what I understood as the compliment. I don't know how exactly you mean that, but listen, the reason you put a thumbnail on a video, the same way that when a company puts a billboard in town, they want to give you a certain impression to make you pursue that, whatever it is that they're advertising, right? Which is why I put a thumbnail on there, because I want you to get a certain impression of this, whatever content it is that we're talking about here, so that, you know, I'm trying to control the way I'm perceived, because this is a business, right? And now you're saying that you don't respect it, as I'm somehow playing with your feelings. Well, listen, everything on the internet is playing with your feelings. Every song attached to a video, every picture, every thumbnail, everything that's ever posted, it's designed to play with your feelings, right? To get you to do certain things, to buy from a business or to engage with that business or to do whatever it is they want you to do. Everything is playing with your feelings. That's a whole world. You're playing with people's feelings when you're conducting yourself like a gentleman, okay? When you come up to me and say, hello, excuse me, please, you're going to be nice to me so that I get an impression that you are a good person. You manipulated me into thinking that you're a good guy, because that way I'm more willing to bend according to your needs. So that if you ask me for something, just because you were nice, I'm more likely to give that to you or to comply or to meet your demands. So we're all playing with each other's feelings on that level, okay? But now you're asking me, okay, so because it's a picture of a girl, first of all, you don't even know if that's a girl, all right? Because it could just be, I just posed like that, empty fucking hand. I'm guessing he's complaining about because it's a girl on my fucking lap and shit like that, and it looks all sexual and whatnot. And it's just like, you know, the typical Andrew Tate, the typical Playboy type of shit. I'm guessing this is the problem here, I'm assuming. Maybe I'm wrong. But it was just a cool fucking picture, which I liked. I thought it was a great fucking picture, and I wanted to put it there because it's my channel. If you don't like it, you don't gotta watch it. I don't mean to offend nobody, but it's a cool fucking picture, and I'm gonna put whatever fucking picture I want to put on there. To be honest with you, I don't concern myself with what somebody is going, whether somebody's gonna like it or not. It's just I like the picture. I thought it would be cool to put it on here since we're talking about money. We're talking about all this different shit and success in life. It's cool to have a girl on there. If you don't like it, well, you know, you don't gotta watch it. You're not obliged to watch it. You don't have to respect me. I don't need you to respect me. You don't know if it was a girl. Listen, if there was a girl on my lap, I would never post a picture of a girl that I am in any way affiliated with, because I don't that's just, maybe I will in the future. Again, maybe I'll post 3 fucking females next to me. But if I have a picture with a girl, if I posted a picture with a girl, I would do my best to cover up her identity, because I don't want you fuckers to be able to find her. Because as you know, if you go to Reddit, they're hating on Aryans, so as you know, they're going to try and find a weakness eventually. And they're going to try to find that girl and fuck with her just to get to me. So maybe it's a real girl, maybe it's... You guys tell me, do I look like the kind of guy who has access to female or no? Zoom in on Serbia. O, brate mili, neće samo Srbija, bi biće cijela bivša Jugoslavija, ali može ovako, evo. Evo. Evo ovako, evo može tako. I made my first weapon, okay. Guys, listen, no writing in other languages, please. This is disrespectful. The same way that when you whisper, when you're with your friend and you whisper something to somebody, especially if you're looking at somebody else, it's disrespectful. Right now you're looking at my stream and you're writing in another language. That's disrespectful. Please don't do that. What I'm saying is I'm going to mute your ass if you continue doing that. What you consider is salary per hour right now by the knowledge with Blender? I don't know what that question means. Do you mean like if you work at a studio, it depends on which country you're at? Are you asking about my salary? I'm not going to tell you about how much money I'm making. 1 kebab, please. Yes. Alright, guys. No more good questions. That's it. That's it for today. Have you been to Novi Sad? I've been to Novi Sad. I lived in Belgrade. Živio sam, brate, u Srbiji 4 godine. U Beogradu. I lived in Serbia for 4 years when I was 6 to 10 years old. I lived in Serbia. And I've been to Novi Sad, I've been to Niš, I've been to... kako se zove jebote... Kako se zove... I think it was somewhere up north. It was a small town somewhere in the countryside. I can't remember. I've been around. I've been to Serbia. I can't really remember much. But I really like Serbia, guys. I know that I'm Croatian and you're Serbian and we're supposed to be enemies, and I don't buy that shit for 1 second. I think we're basically the same people. In today's world, we gotta stick with each other. We gotta stick with each other. We're the same culture. We behave almost the same fucking way. Just because our ancestors were taught to fight against each other by whatever system of political arrangement was in place at the time, doesn't mean that we should be enemies. In face of what's going on in the world today, we're basically the same thing. But that's me because I'm an international guy. I spent my whole life living abroad. So for me, Serbia feels more at home than Denmark. I lived in Denmark. All right, I lived in fucking Hungary. Serbia feels closer to home to me than Hungary does, for example. All right. So in that case, I think Serbians, Croatians, and Bosnians, we're all the same thing, man. I think it's a really cool thing to have, that I can go to all these different countries, speak the language, we can get along with each other. I think it's an amazing thing. I really like the culture that we have. It's like no other. I wouldn't swap places with fucking nobody. I wouldn't be nothing else. I love my culture. I love the way we are down here in Southern Europe. I think it's fucking amazing. We are the superior race. A Serbian man told me this. A very respectable Serbian man, grown man, middle-aged individual, in a very respectable position. He told me, we Balkans, we fucking Southern Europe, we're a superior race. And I said, you know what? I never thought about it that way, but you're 100% right. Venom, are you the gentleman who emailed me about the private lessons? I remember you emailed me too. I completely forgot to reply to you, but I remember our conversation. Listen, I get a lot of emails nowadays. The good thing is that you brought it up. If listen, I'll get back to your email later on. How about that? How do you balance your love life and work? Listen, guys. Love life, meaning my relationship with my romantic partner, parentheses S for plural, with my work. Well, the way I see it, I'm mostly focused on what it is I'm supposed to do here. It's my business, me changing the world, me leaving an impact on the world. And the company of a female or the company of females is a byproduct of that. It's just something that you get as a reward for your efforts. All right. So I'm mainly focused on my efforts. And what you guys are going to realize is that when you're focusing on yourself and your purpose, that's the only way that you can genuinely attract a lady or ladies in your life. And the more you sacrifice your commitment to your cause, to your purpose, the more attraction your lady is going to lose for you. So you gotta stay on fucking game. Because the girl wants to see somebody who's got a future, who's going somewhere. That's what she wants. That's what she's attracted to. The second you start giving that up for her, that's when you're fucked. That's when you get dumped. And she's gonna dump you, guess for who? For me. Alright, guys. Somebody said my videos motivated them from Blender. Guys, it's not just about Blender, it's about everything. You gotta learn as many skills as you can to be as useful and valuable as you can. It's not just about Blender. Learn how to use Premiere Pro. Learn how to use Adobe After Effects. Learn how to use Unreal Engine. Learn how to create cool fucking artworks. Learn how to create content on the internet. You gotta learn a whole bunch of different things. Knowing Blender is not enough. That's just a small step of it. Aryan, why did you not make an online course? I just feel like nobody does ebooks nowadays, and courses are just better for the customer and for you. Well, I did make a course, and the link is in the description. I have a whole school, in fact, not just a course. Now, listen, guys, I had enough of, my throat is starting to ache. Let's close up the fucking, this was one of the best streams so far, guys. This is fucking phenomenal. Guys, it's 100,000 special. What I wanted to talk to you about in this stream is if you want to succeed in life, if you want to get what nobody else has, you gotta do what nobody else is doing. You gotta learn about more than just fucking Blender. You gotta learn your fucking, you gotta become a digital professional. You gotta learn business skills. You gotta learn how to put yourself out there, and you gotta learn how to make some fucking money. Knowing Blender is not nearly enough, and that's why we have the Digitally Enhanced Club. You guys know I don't put ads on this fucking stream because I don't want to bother nobody with ads. I don't even take sponsors because I don't want to sit here and represent somebody else's work, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and sell to you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and accept somebody's money, somebody's fucking chump change to promote their product because I can't produce my own product. I produce my own fucking product, which I proudly present to you guys, and I have no shame whatsoever in knowing that my product is fucking amazing and knowing that this is something that I designed from the bottom of my heart to bring everybody to where they want to be in life. That is the purpose of the Digitally Enhanced Club, all right? And since it's 100,000, you guys will never see Aryan saying, oh, shout out to the sponsor of this video. Fuck a sponsor of this video. I am my own sponsor. The Digitally Enhanced Club, the school created by Aryan and Benza and my brother who's not in the chat with us. The school that we created here is my sponsor. I'm sponsoring myself. This is a school which is designed to teach you guys exactly everything that we've talked about in this stream so far. It's 100,000 subscribers special. We got a deal going on right now. Okay, we got a special discount. You can see in the description there's a special discount code YAY100K. It's going to give you 50% off for your first 3 months of membership. And you guys know that in 3 months, a lot can happen if you're not fucking around. In this stream, I've told you about stories about how students from the club have went from fucking 0 to 100 in just a couple of months. I'm going to go over them one more time quickly just because of how phenomenal they are, okay? We had Blendy 3D. Blendy 3D is a 3D artist. He was a member of our school who went from 0 to fucking 300,000. Give me my fucking Microsoft Edge. 0 to almost 300,000 subscribers on YouTube just by applying the skills that we taught him about social media and content creation. And now he's making a hell of a living. He's 17 years old, and just by knowing how to sell his skills online, by knowing how to bring value into the world with his digital skills, he's making a phenomenal living. He changed his life forever at 17 years old. Just because he took the time to educate himself about how to actually put his skills into practice. That's exactly what we teach inside the school. You guys want to learn how to make your own studio, how to make money from clients, how much money is there from clients, how do you do this? Go to check out Step V Studio. Big shout out to them on Instagram as well, but you can also check out their website. One of our best students. I'm proud of them because the reason they're so successful today dealing with clients that pay them more than what most people in their parts of the world get paid in a fucking year. The reason that they can do this is because they've applied themselves like professionals as we teach inside the club. There's no time for bullshit. There's no time for video games. There's no time for fucking around talking about football. We're here to talk about business. We're here to make our lives better. Step V Studio did exactly what they're supposed to do. They took no breaks. They built their portfolio according to the instructions that we gave them. They used social media to grow their profile. They started looking for clients. They started networking, and now they're basically living their life. And they've only been in the club since we launched 6 months or something. They spent a couple of months in the club, and this is what they've accomplished so far. Imagine where they're going to be for 2 years. This is why we titled this stream "How to Get Rich as a 3D Artist," because this is exactly how you get rich as a 3D artist. You start going down that road, and you do not stop no matter what. You're not thinking about nothing else. You want to get the success, and that's what you're gonna do. That's all you're thinking about. And this school is designed for the people who understand that, for the people who want to do just that, who are not here to fuck around, who are here to do it the way that it's supposed to be done. All right. Let me tell you a little bit more about what happens when you get inside the school. Okay. First, we got over 130 videos just talking about Blender and how to use Blender like a professional. We got a separate course that's going to teach you about product visualization. You're going to learn some projects which are going to put you on the right path so you can make your own projects without any assistance at all. And then we're going to guide you and give you feedback in the community so that you can create your own projects which you're going to use in a portfolio which we're going to teach you to create from scratch so that you can have a professional profile on the internet which you can put out there into the world. And then we're going to teach you how to use that portfolio to network with people and to expose yourself to the internet so people can find out about you. So that when people find out about you, when they find you through your content that we've taught you to create, they're going to discover your skills and your abilities, and they're going to gain interest in you. They're going to want to connect with you to a certain degree, and they're going to hire you for your professional services. This is how you network. Social media and networking are the most powerful tools for success as a 3D artist, for a digital profession. You can ask anybody. Ask Thomas Cullen. He's always with me in these streams. Thomas Cullen can verify. Networking is the most important skill when you're trying to become a professional 3D artist. Social media is one of the best ways to facilitate networking, okay? You got to get on game. This is what we talk about inside the Digitally Enhanced Club. So if you want to make some money, if you want to make your life better, if you want to make your mother cry of joy because of the success that you've brought into the household, this is why you got to join the Digitally Enhanced Club. Now is the time when you got to fucking up. But you can't say no to this shit, guys. If $49 a month is not a bit expensive, because right now we got a discount code because it's 50% off for your first 3 months if you use the code in the description. All you got to do is click on this little link over here, 50% off for the first 3 months. And by the time if you do everything right by the end of those 3 months, there's no way you're not making some fucking money, all right? So nobody's got a fucking excuse now, guys. I'm giving you exactly what you guys are looking for. If you're not interested in making money, if you're not interested in growing your business, then go watch the new Blender update videos. Don't look at my channel. You can unsubscribe from my channel. I don't give a fuck about 100,000 subscribers. I don't give a fuck about if this channel gets banned. The reason I'm able to talk to you this way is because I know that what I'm saying is the truth, is because I know that I've changed people's lives. There are people in here who you're going to see that these people are living better lives just because they've done everything right according to these instructions. This is not fucking rocket science. This is just me telling you this is what you got to do and this is how you're going to make it. And if it's not obvious to you that this is the truth, then this is not made for you anyway. And by the way, guys, one more shout out for my own product, because I'm not sponsored by nothing. Fuck a sponsor. As I told you before, I'm writing a new ebook, which is going to be designed to talk about everything that we've talked about so far in much higher detail than we've already talked about it. This is going to be launched by Christmas. You can pre-order this link in the description. Right now, you can get it for a discounted price. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about networking. Everything that you're going to need to run your business online as a creative digital professional. All the skills that you're going to learn, you're going to be able to carry them over into any other business endeavor or professional endeavor that you're ever going to be involved in for the rest of your fucking life, because this is universal. That's what this next book is going to be about. I don't have any ads on this fucking stream because I don't want to bother you with nothing. If you want to support my channel, check out the fucking ebook, check out the course, check out my Patreon page. You can support me there. We also got some courses in there. But at least like the video, subscribe to the fucking channel. That's all I got for you guys. Follow me on Instagram. If you want to ask me a question, I do lots of Q&As on Instagram. You can join my free Discord. There's a link for that in the description. And that's all I got. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good night. Thanks.